Hello and welcome to the stream. Back again for another live watch along. Hope you are all good out there. A good few messages in the chat, nicely left earlier, which is lovely to see. Man like Arthur, I think I just saw drop in. How are you doing, Arthur? Message from AB Games earlier. Vinícius Júnior is my guy. And there was, oh yes, I had a little chat with Abdul, who left a few messages pointing out a few errors that I had on the stream. But that's all good. It helps improve. Oh, Abdul, just talking about you, my bro. Arthur says, whoop, whoop. And Abdul says, hi, Vaz, Arthur and chat. How was everyone's weekend? Good luck, England against Mexico. How are you? Like and subscribe. My bro, I am very good, thank you. Had a nice weekend. Out yesterday, visiting some friends, etc. So it was lovely. In terms of the weekend, yeah, very nice so far. Yeah, spent some nice quality time with loved ones, etc. So all good. And yes, good luck, England. Here we go. Oh, and Abdul as well. Thank you for your messages earlier. You pointed out the error on the on my listing, so I appreciate it, bro. And yeah, topic Balogun red card. Well, yeah, I saw that in the news, and I was quite surprised that they overturned it. I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about it because ultimately, if you think about it this way, Abdul, if they're going to overturn it, then why not retrospectively punish Messi for the same incident then? So it's, which way is it? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's caused all of this kind of issue. I think it's just a bit weird that they do one thing and not the other. So I think they should have just left it, but maybe it's pressure from the tournament organisers. He is the USA striker. It's obviously being held in America. There's a lot of moaning about it. So I think they've kind of showed a bit of weakness there. If they believe in their system and they believe in their rules, then if it's a red card, it was a red card. You know, it is what it is. So Abdul said, this is nepotism. Let's be a red card. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, it now suits a certain narrative, doesn't it? Like, you know, it kind of suits TV and it suits the agenda. It obviously, I'm not saying it's to help America, but America can get further with their main striker. So it's a weird one, really. I just think it's strange. And all of the looking at the issues with the red cards, looking at freeze frames and pause still images on the image, it's just all a bit pointless to me. But yes, Peter, the main man, how are you, bro? Hope you are well. I am all good. But yeah, lovely to see you guys. Hope you've all had a good weekend. How has yours been, Peter, your weekend? Abdul, how has yours been? And Arthur, how has yours been as well? Let me know. Yes, Arthur. Hello, mate. Hope you are good. Please let me know how you're all getting on. Nice to see people in the chat as soon as we start. Absolutely fantastic for the channel. And it makes things so much more interesting for me because when I started even just a month ago, it's a case of I was on here just talking to myself, but keeping it moving. But now it's nice to see people in, so it's absolutely wonderful. Abdul says, I'm okay. I've been for a walk today and yesterday I was at home. Lovely stuff. Excellent. And Arthur says, that's who I was talking about, AB Games. Oh, okay, cool. Well, there you go. Yeah, I remember you mentioned before, but, you know, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, I went for a lovely walk today myself, Abdul. Yeah, out along the fields, across by a stream, etc. So I've had an absolutely lovely time. And how have yourselves been? In terms of, you know, everything else, and in terms of, yeah, just looking after yourselves. Got a little illness in the house. My middle son's a bit ill, under the weather. So you got to look after yourself in this weather. All this heat, then it's mild, blustery, cold, back to hot, and then we're going to be roasting all week. Abdul says, fake Brazil versus cyborg Haaland. Yeah, that's a good analogy, bro. That is a good analogy. So on that note, we are kicking off in 24 minutes. So let's have a look at the team sheets. Let's have a look at the team sheets before things begin. But yeah, obviously, fire away anything in the chat. What did you guys think of the results anyway that overnight? You know, Colombia, Ghana. And yeah, Has everybody's stance softened regarding this game today in terms of what people think is going to happen? Right, let's bring this back on. Right, so looking at the team sheets, we've got big Brazil, managed by one of the top men in world football, Carlo Ancelotti. They're playing a 4-4-2 formation. They've got Liverpool's Alisson Becker in goal. They've got Danilo at right back, Marquinhos and Gabriel Magalhaes, one of the strongest centre-back pairings in the tournament. Douglas Santos, who I don't really rate at left-back, but it is what it is. They've got Rayan, the exciting Bournemouth winger, playing on the right side of midfield. So I'm sure he's somebody that can rotate and go up top at some point. They've got Bruno Guimaraes and Casemiro in midfield, the experience and the drive and determination of both players. They've got Gabriel Martinelli starting on the wing, so quite surprised with that one. So yeah, quite an attacking lineup really. And up top they've got Matheus Cunha and Vinícius Júnior, so very attacking from Brazil. And obviously you've got very interchangeable players. You've got Rayan that can go up top and play striker. Martinelli can do a shift up there if needed as well. So very interesting. Right, looking at the Norway team. We have Nyland in goal. So I start with, obviously, the manager, Stella Solbakken, playing a 4-3-3 formation. We've got Nyland in goal, Ryerson, Christoph Ayer of Brentford, Hegem. They've got Muller-Wolf, who's impressed me at left-back. They've got Martin Odegaard, the Arsenal captain, in midfield. Sander Berg, obviously another Premier League player. They've got, they've got another Berg. I can't remember his first name, but he's on the left side of midfield. Up top, they've got Sorloth making an appearance. So they've got the two gangly strikers in Haaland and Sorloth, and they're playing Antonio Nusa off of the left wing. So very attacking as well. So very interesting. Before we do the subs, let's have a look. Arthur says 2-1 Norway. I'm going to hold mine in a second. I'll just go through the subs actually. Let me just go through the subs quickly, then I can put it to rest. On the Brazil bench, we've got Rafinha, who is back to fitness. You'll see him at some point today. Roger Ibanez, the right back. You've got Alexandro, the veteran. Endrick, the youngster. You've got Igor Thiago, Brentford, the donkey. Leo Pereira, they've got Weatherton. Luis Henrique, not the PSG manager, moonlighting from PSG, but on the bench you've got Luis Henrique. And they've got Edison, the former Manchester City goalkeeper. They've got Bremer of Juventus, the centre-back. They've got Fabinho, the ex-Liverpool ledge. They've got Neymar, the top man himself. And they've got Edison Silva and Danilo Santos. On the Norwegian bench, less well-known players, but obviously a few of them we will know. They got Asgard, bringing out 4 thunder and lightning. They got Orsnes, they got Bjorkan, they got Oscar Bob of Fulham. They've got Horga, they've got Langash, Shelderup, who has been quite decent off the left wing in this tournament. They've got Selvik, they've got Ostergaard, they've got Jakob Strand Larsen of Crystal Palace, who missed that penalty against France. Shocking stuff. They've got Falconer, Tangvik, Torsby, and Torsvet. So those are the two teams. Right, let's catch up with the message. So Abdul says, Mexico fans firing fireworks at England hotel. Yeah, absolutely crazy stuff. The thing is though, guys, I don't really understand what they think they're going to achieve with that. It's not like these players don't have really, secure rooms, or just put in earbuds in the room. It's just, a lot of it is just theatrics, and what is the point? Absolutely stupid behaviour, in my opinion, Abdul. Arthur reckons Norway 2-1. I'm going to join Arthur. I believe it's going to be a shock. And sorry to copy you, Arthur, but that was literally the same scoreline I was going for. Norway 2, Brazil 1. That is what I was going for. So I hear that, Arthur. Abdul says Paraguay Fight Club versus France and Morocco thrash home nation Canada. That's the thing. I didn't see the highlights of Paraguay France, but I heard it was absolutely diabolical behaviour from Paraguay. They knew they had to come and try and spoil. And to be fair to them, whatever their tactics and whether we like it or not, they nearly got what they came for, which was to try and go extra time and pennies, basically. But justice was served. The football gods intervened and dealt with them. Out of here. Paraguay got their ESAC treatment. Arthur says, wasn't a thrashing, Canada dominated. Do you know what? You're right, Arthur. I didn't see the highlights once again, but I read the match report. And the Canada manager, Jesse Marsh, obviously he's an American, he said that he was proud of Canada and he would rather have been Canada than Morocco going out the way they did instead of Morocco playing not that well, but obviously getting through. But at the end of the day, 3-0 is 3-0. So it seemed a little bit salty from what he was saying, but I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, Arthur. Apparently, Canada was well on top in that first half and probably should have converted more. But that's football. Don't take your chances. It's over. Abdul says, how did Paraguay players not get a yellow card? See, it's hard for me to say because I didn't even see any of it. But I heard there was some diabolical crunching tackles. But it is what it is. Agricultural football. Abdul says 3-0. So who are you thinking for, Abdul? Are you talking about in response to Arthur saying Canada and Morocco? Or is your 3-0 for Brazil or Norway? Let us know. Peter says, I was doing good till I saw a video of the Ford Escort Mark 1 RS by Bora Motorworks. Now I wish I'd tried harder in life. I hear that, my man. Different times. Ford Escort Mark 1. Do you know what? My brother had one in our garage when I was growing up as a kid. He bought one as a project. It was in there for about 10 years. Never drove it. Absolutely crazy. I wish it was still there, 20 years later, and I could have sold it on for, a small Oscar Bob. Abdul says Morocco 3 versus... Yeah, exactly, 3-0. But the thing is, though, I didn't see any of the highlights, but apparently Canada could have been 1 or 2-0 up in the first half, so I heard. So it is what it is. But yeah, let us know your predictions, guys. Apart from me and Arthur. Peter, let us know what you think for Brazil-Norway. Abdul, let us know what you think for Brazil-Norway. So this match kicks off in 15 minutes. So all good. Nearly there, getting there. Wonderful. Peter says, this Mark 1 Escort was made in 2024. Only 150 miles on the clock, I imagine you're saying. What, 300 grand? What do you mean it was made in 2004? What, you mean they rebuilt it from scratch or schematics or something? Like, how is it they only built it in 2024? Or they, or do you mean they kind of restructured it or remodeled it, etc.? Abdul's going for 2-1 Norway. I hear that, bro. I hear that. And yes, thank you guys for dropping in, always showing that support with the like and subscribe. It's really nice because there's been messages in the chat before I've even got here. There's already likes on the video as well, which is amazing. So yeah, all good, all good. Hey, Victor, my guy, what's happening? Victor says, hello, how are you? Paraguay was a horrible team. I hate them. They did so many fouls. The referee was horrible, but France still won. I'm glad. Well, this is it, Victor. I didn't see the game because I was busy yesterday, but yeah, I heard it was absolutely horrific. The French players were suffering. Paraguay didn't come to play. They came to destroy and hold on for penalties. But justice was done. Mbappe, I saw the penalty. It was a nice penalty. Job done. So well done. You go through to the next round. But how are you feeling about Morocco? That is going to be a very good game. I think it's going to be quite a close one, to be honest. So yeah, Victor, well done. Salute. But yeah, let us know what you think about your score prediction for this game, Brazil-Norway. And how are you feeling about Morocco? Abdul says, World Cup 26 quarterfinal, Brazil versus Norway and Mexico versus England. That's what you're thinking, yeah? Oh, no, hold on a minute. No. So Abdul says, do I support Nigeria or France? Who you asking me? Oh, to Victor. I see. Victor, are you dual nationality? Or are you just French born? Let me know. I am mixed heritage myself. I am half English, half Nigerian. So yes, but I follow the Three Lions more, myself personally. Victor says, I'm scared of Morocco. Big test for us, but I think we can win. Yeah, that's fair enough. For Egypt, obviously, we have to show them respect. Morocco are no joke anymore. Morocco are, well, we can see anyway. They are a serious team. They are, well, there's a reason they're rated 7th in the world. They're rated 7th. Brazil's rated 6th. So Morocco are just a top team now, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So you have to show them respect. But I think France, they probably should get it done. But it could be closer than people think. So we shall see. Peter says, the new Escort 2024 looks exactly the same as the old Mark 1, but super modern tech. Looks amazing. Hence the 300k price tag. Let me know, send me a link and I'll have a look at it. Because I can picture the Ford Escort Mark 1 in my mind. Has it got the same like curvy back as well? Curvy top. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, like I said, I can still picture it in my mind how it used to look. If you know where the link is, let me know. I'll have a look for nostalgia purposes. Victor says, I'm 100% French, but I lived a lot outside of France. I hear you, my bro. Yeah. Abdul was thinking that maybe you were mixed heritage, maybe like me, but I hear that. I hear that, my friend. I hear that. What's that all about? What's that comment for, bro? Loic? Where's that comment coming from? And Loic, even if I was gay, so what? Even I'm not, but anyway. Okay. You okay? All right. Respect. No problem. You're welcome, bro. We're here to make friends, watch the football chat, play video games, etc. So whatever. It's all good, my man. Natasha, how are you? Natasha says, hi, Brazil to win and Mexico to win. Might be a delay to England versus Mexico game as thunderstorms are expected. Yes, that's it, Natasha. Apparently, every time there's a lightning strike, they have to delay the game, Natasha, by half an hour. So I'm hoping that there's no issues because we don't want the game to be stop, start. But I'm not sure if you've heard that yourself, Natasha. But yeah, good info. And I thought I would share that with the chat as well. So well said. Loic says... yeah, Loic, you're on a madness, my friend. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, let's just keep it normal and talk normally. Yeah, if you want to chat, feel free to stay and chat, but you know, let's not be abusing anyone here or talking things about people. Yeah, well, it's up to people how they're gonna. Yeah. Anyway, right. Anyway, Natasha, how are you doing today? Let me know. Yeah, Loic, obviously, if you're of a French background, that's cool. You're cool to chat. But, if you're not going to be sensible, then obviously there's no point sticking around. But, if you want to stick around and chat and be sensible, that's fine. Victor says, a storm happened on France. Iran half-time was way too long. I hope it won't happen again. Oh, really? I didn't know that. So, how long? What happened with that game? I didn't even know there was a delay on that one. So please let me know. And yeah, like I said, we don't need it at 1 o'clock in the morning. Abdul says, this is a football channel, Watchalong, Brazil versus Norway, football chat and Liverpool talk. Exactly. Loic, like I said, look, at the end, I'm willing to give people a chance. But please, let's just keep it normal here. We don't need to get into, slurs on people's sexuality and whatnot. This is not really about that. It's just about getting along, talking about the game. It is what it is. Arthur says, hi, just listen to The Rock, the Casbah. Arthur, with the old school ones, yeah? By The Clash. Why you have girls on the chat if you speak football? Because women can play football or watch football as well, Loic. So, it's a friendly channel. Anyone can watch football. Mate, all right. Whatever, dude. Arthur says, great tune there, Arthur. Women don't play. All right, Loic, I'll say it one more time, my man. Just keep it respectful. Otherwise, I'll just have to block you, my man. Victor says, the match started at 11 p.m. and finished at 2:45. Jeez, that is crazy. Okay, I hear that, Victor. Yeah, well, hopefully we don't get any delays with the England game today. Otherwise, we're going to be up till 6 in the morning, right? And we don't need that. Abdul says, women and men are welcome to talk about football. Exactly, Loic. Natasha says, hey, I grew up in a footballing household. She loves football. Exactly, Loic. Natasha knows plenty about football. She's very she's very knowledgeable. So let's just keep it humble here, etc. Of course, women know about football, etc. Alright, whatever. Come on, should we this guy? Alright, yeah, that guy's deleted. Absolute nonsense. Talking nonsense. So yeah, Natasha, I tried to give him a little moment to see if he would like be humble, but I just removed him from the chat. Absolutely, bro. Come on now. Oh, I don't know what that's all about. I mean, it's a strange old world that we live in. Yeah, it's a strange old world. Do you know what I mean? Look, I've just hit. Look, Loic, I'll be real, bro. If you're gonna be normal and decent, then fine. But yeah, you know, Peter blocked him ages ago. Victor's saying this guy. You know, I don't want to be that kind of person who's just like on a power trip and just say, look, no, get out, because it's not really about that. Sometimes people that whatever their vibe they're on, I don't know, but. It is what it is. It is what it is. But, you know, maybe it's something I've got to get used to. But I try and give people a bit of chance. But it is what it is. But it's cool. Nobody needs to see it. So, yeah, if he wants to come back in and behave himself, then fine. But I see this on other YouTube channels. And, you know, people are just on a madness, really. But, yeah. Natasha, you don't even have to defend yourself. You know football. So it's not even worth entertaining. Do you know what I mean? Peter said he blocked him ages ago. Arthur said he's gone. And he said, yeah, ass. Natasha said, the England v Mexico game may not start until 3 or 4 a.m., but the pub can only stay up until 5 a.m. Well, this is it. It's mad. But yeah, I'll definitely be watching from the comfort of the screen. You know, I don't really want to be around alcohol, especially late at night anyway. It's not for me personally. But let's just hope that the game actually kicks off on time. There's no delays. But yeah, I've got a bad feeling it might happen, you know. So it's a good point that Victor brings up about these delays because, yeah, I don't really want to be up at 6 a.m. still watching the England game. Abdul says, football is a universally accessible sport, open to participation, spectatorship and discussion for all individuals of all backgrounds, including diverse races, religions, abilities and genders. Well said, Abdul. Natasha says, I know, but it's not nice. Yeah, I hear that, Natasha. And it's hard not to bite back sometimes. So I know you're just trying to stand your ground. But you know what it is, Natasha? In reality, now that this guy's gone, no matter what we would have said to him, he would have kept prodding. And then he's going to say something very offensive as well. So Arthur says, did you report that, Bellend? Yes, I did. I clicked on a report thing. So yes, I did. Yeah, do you know what? When he first came with the first comment, you could see what it was about. But then you just think, you know... It is what it is, isn't it? You know, I don't dwell on people like that, to be honest. You know, it's just, you're going to get them. It's so easy for people to talk on, it's so easy for people to talk online because it's very easy to be brave with a keyboard. But, you know, we know what it's all about. Very childish. Abdul says, V.A.S reporting to the police YouTube and he needs a life sentence. I hear you, my man. The problem is, it's like, it's only when people step over the line and say something, because what he was doing was something, he was on a defamatory tip, but he didn't do anything derogatory. Do you know what I mean? He was teasing it, trying to get to that point. If he comes on here and, well, obviously he said about I'm gay, but then, you know, he said, are you gay? You know what I mean? Just silly comments. But anyway, let's move on. Doesn't matter. Oh, I see. Is that what he was doing? Okay. I don't know. I blocked the messages, so I didn't see. And the problem is when you're with the police, if he said something in certain languages, for example, the UK police wouldn't be able to do anything anyway, because then they would hide behind the whole lost in translation part of it. But anyway, Victor says, pressure on England. Honestly, I'm glad if you are eliminated. I hear you, my man. And I hear that because obviously you want the best road. I was following the result, Victor, yesterday. When I saw it was, I saw halftime 0-0 Paraguay, and I was like, wow. I didn't know how the game was going, but I thought, wow, what if France go out? It was, you know, not that I'm like, okay, I'm not against the French, but obviously if the French go out, it's easier for England, right? So I know what you mean. It's the same thing. May the best team win, but you want the easiest path possible, right? But Peter says, best just to forget about him, peeps. Yeah, exactly. Just move on. Not that important. So I just had to check something there. Best just to forget. And Cameron, welcome to the chat. Hope you are good. Yes, good, thanks. Peter says, howdy, Cam. So we are now 2 minutes to kick off. Wow. Football won yesterday. They were playing in 5-4-1. They were playing a 5-4-1 formation, Victor. Yes. Wow. You know, thank goodness we don't see those things. And the good thing, Victor, about this World Cup is that not the little teams, but the teams playing negative football, the anti-football, the haram football, as people like to say online these days, is that the teams playing very defensive football have been eliminated, which is very good. We've got a sneezing fit in the background, but all good. We've got some hay fever heaven in this house. So, yes. Simeone was doing his Mercato in a Paraguayan team. I hear that, man. Victor says transfer market. I hear you, my man. I hear you. Cameron says, yo, peeps, what did I miss? Don't worry, my man. It was some irresponsible person in the chat talking some rubbish, talking some smack. So, yeah, you just missed them. So don't worry about it, my man. We're all here for the good times and the good vibes. So very bullish start. We're expecting the manager, the Norwegian manager, Ståle Solbakken, who played in England in his younger days. Yeah, he's in bullish mood, saying he's coming for Brazil. Right. The game is off. Let's go. Arthur, yep, he's from Paris. I remember him saying. But I'm sure he will answer. But I remember Victor is definitely living in Paris, which is a beautiful city. I've been there twice. Absolutely amazing city. No, 3 times I've been there. Tell a lie. 3 times. Beautiful city. One of my favourite places to visit. Abdul says, I don't feel hyped about Brazil in recent years and decades. I know, man. But Abdul, the truth is we were spoilt with that generation between 98 and 2006. You're never going to get players like that again. And that's why we can't gravitate back towards Brazil, because we saw the best ever Brazils. Do you know what I mean? Arthur says, been there once and the worst traffic in the world. I hear you, my man. I went there by the Eurostar, Gare du Nord station. Boom. Abdul's on a sing song. Exactly, that was me. No, I've been there twice. No. Once, twice, 3 times a Parisian. Yeah, that was me. So, yeah. So, we've got underway here. Wow, when you look at the teams on the pitch, Norway look like Manchester United. It's like Brazil versus Man U. Except for that blue stripe down their arm, to be fair. So yeah, we were all going with the predictions, but myself and Arthur are the only ones that really believe Norway are going to do it. And yeah. We're going to see how Haaland deals, you know, how the Brazilian defense deals with Haaland. Arthur said I went up a tower next to the Eiffel Tower. Okay. I didn't. Well, maybe there's something new there since. I actually, annoyingly, yeah, Victor, I tried to walk up the Eiffel Tower. This is on the day I went there. All right, burst into the box here. Soloff back. Short chance. And it's 1-0 Norway from Berg. Oh, offside. Oh, Brazil, lucky. Hey, Espresso, how you doing, my bro? Welcome back to the chat. Good to see you, my brother. Wow, what a great start that would have been for Norway. Let's see this offside. Is it, though? Oh, yes, a few yards off. Yeah. So it's not really unfortunate. But what a great finish that was from Patrick Berg. That was an amazing finish. Wow. That would have been a stunning start. And the fans can't believe it. Right, let's go with the catch up with the messages. Yeah, big ups, Espresso. Good to see you back, my brother. Sorry about the Ghanaians going out, my man. Colombia went through. That was my prediction, 1-0, actually. I was spot on. Should have put some money on it, my bro. And I hope you were good driving that next night when we spoke. Hope you been no GTA business, yeah? Officers told you go for Norway, but offside. Abdul says, no flair with this brilliant side at all. Bring back Ronaldinho and R9. And that's the mad thing. Ronaldinho's come out of retirement for third tier Serie A side. But it is what it is. Hey, Motmola, didn't even see you there. How you doing, my bro? Motmola, the main man. How are you, my man? You back? Get your predictions in the chat, guys. Most people think Brazil. Me and Arthur believe we've gone for 2-1 Norway. And we were nearly off to a great start. Who else is there? Peter says, hello, Motmola, my brother. Yeah, let's not talk about Loic, absolute clown. McMorland says, hello, future Van der Sar, Arthur, bro, the goalkeeping legend. Victor says, I believe in Norway, but the problem is that their right back and left back aren't really good, and you know Vinícius. Yeah, I hear that. That's the thing with Norway. They've obviously got a lot of talented players, but at the back they are weak. They are weak for sure. It just depends on how strong I think Brazil start. If Brazil starts slowly, that's why I believe they could be in trouble. But good points, Victor, good points. McMorland says, hello, Peter, bro. And Arthur says, hello. But yes, give me the fist bump, Espresso. Hope you are good, my brother. All right, Antonio Nusa on the ball, on the wing here. Plays it centrally. Nusa has been linked with a 50 million price tag. Anyone can take him for 50 mil. McMorland, imagine my Arthur, bro, in goalkeeper duties for Liverpool in 2034. He'd probably troll me and say he don't want to play for Liverpool, but he wants to play for Arsenal, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind as well. Arthur says, who have France got next? Hope they get thumped. Arthur, they've got Morocco, mate. So it's gonna be a good one, I think. That's gonna be a very close one. I think on paper, the way we look at Brazil as the favourites and Norway, I think it's quite close, but I don't believe the gap between France and Morocco is that big, in all honesty. Obviously, France is a better squad, better team, but that's going to be a tight game. That could be a 1-0, 2-1 France. Very close. Right, corner comes in. Oh, it's going to be retaken. But yeah, lovely to see loads of people in the chat. And of course, if you don't mind, drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. And anyone in the background that will say hello, obviously feel free to jump in. My name is Ade, veteran arcade soldier. Come and have a chat. We've got loads of top people and that support all different countries and club teams as well. So say hello. Make yourself known. Corners coming in. Arthur says Norway dominating. And Arthur says that will be a good game. Oh, 100%. Abdul says, why bring Neymar if he won't play? He is injured, injury prone and finished. I know what you mean. At this point, you would have thought the doctors, Abdul, would have known how much minutes he's got in him. Because he's played about 10 minutes in the tournament so far, something like that. Yeah, quite strange. But Norway are well on top here. Victor says, thanks, Arthur, for your thoughts on France. And Arthur says, no problem, Victor. Victor, I need you guys to just hurry up and buy Diamande or whatever so we can buy Barcola, man. I need this in my life. Seriously, I need this in my life. Bring me Bradley. McMorland says, Cape Verde was... Oh, wow. What a game that was. Honestly. Best game of the tournament so far. Absolutely fantastic game that was. And that goal, McMorland, their second goal. You know, from Cabral, the left back. What a strike that was. Goal of the tournament so far. Arthur says, I have nothing against France. Their footy team just too good. Yeah, they are too good. It's amazing how consistent the French are. You know, for the last 28 years, they've basically been either the best team in the world or the second best team in the world, more or less, with the best and strongest squads. It's absolutely incredible how much talent. McMorland said, hope this journey will not be a one-season wonder. Let's hope that. You know what? These African teams are getting stronger, so... Right, Brazil with a bit of control now. Casemiro, Bruno... Rayan plays it out to the side. So, Bruno Guimaraes here, in the box. Can he get a shot away? Oh, Vinícius Júnior down the byline, keeps it in. Is that off? Good play from Vinny Júnior there. Wow, when you see the replay of Vinny Júnior, he doesn't even need to look at the ball. He was looking a man dead in the eye, guys. Dead in the eye, and he just flicked it past him with his left. So skillful. These guys that don't even need to look down at the ball. Absolutely incredible. Victor says, France is the best in the 21st century team, in my opinion, and it will continue so much talent. Oh, 100%. Yeah, definitely. You know, they've been so good for so long now. And it's crazy. While I was growing up, the French team was in the mid 80s, the French team was wonderful. I was still obviously very, very young, but you had Michel Platini, who was the best player in the world. He used to play for Juventus. But France could never do anything at the big tournaments. But that all changed in 1998. Arthur says Africa would be the best continent at footy if all people, mainly African, represented them. I know what you're trying to say, Arthur. It's like if everybody that of African origin played for those teams, yeah, Mbappe could represent Cameroon. I mean, at the end of the day, they are, they represent where they're from. But I know what you mean. Right, good play there. Martinelli lays it out. Oh, that's going to be a penny. Why did he dive in? Risky. No pen. Let's see the replay. Cunha fuming. Well, if that's not a foul, then it's a dive. So which one is it? Let's have a look here. This looked rash. Why did he dive in? Oh my God, it's the cleanest penalty you've ever seen in your life. Absolutely ridiculous. What is he even diving in for? Absolutely pathetic decision. He got nowhere near that. That is a penalty all day long. We'll soon be seeing Brazil step up for the penalty. How does that referee not even see that? VAR check. I hope they don't waste time and send him to the screen. Just say it's a penalty. End of story. It doesn't matter if you got a touch on the ball. He got cleaned out. What does that mean? Exactly. These guys on the commentary, Espresso, these guys on the commentary go, he got the tiniest like nick on the ball. It doesn't matter. You cleaned the man out. Absolutely ridiculous. That's a penny. Yeah, it's got to be to the screen. But why do they even have to go to the screen? Can't you just trust the judgment of the VAR and say, look, ref, it's a penalty, bro. Just give it. Clear as day. Oh, exactly. Crazy. I'm bored of this. Like, what is this nick? They said they got a snick thing on the ball. Look at that. Look at the freeze frame. Ridiculous. And even if... What do you mean? What are you talking about? Cunha got the ball. He got nowhere near the ball. What are you talking about? Just give the penny and get on with it. Oh, wow. Genius. Christoph Ayer of Brentford giving away the penalty. Espresso says, same folks speak different in Premier League games. Yeah, I hear that, my man. Exactly. You're so right, bro. Espresso, you're so right. They give it some absolute waffle in the Prem. What was this defender doing, man? Honestly. The Brentford defender. What is he doing? VAR and refs are slow, Abdul says. And Abdul says, we still have hydration breaks as well. Everything is slowing down. Yeah. Momentum is being lost out of the game. Momentum of the team in control of the game loses it. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, really. Arthur says, what is everyone's favourite show? Me personally, Arthur, I don't really watch football. I don't really watch TV. But I'll give you a favourite show. It's actually an unbelievable show. I'll type it in there, then I'll come to the other message in the chat. Let's just do the game. Arthur, that is a program I highly recommend. I don't watch much TV, but it's a 2 series. There's two series. Right, anyway, Bruno Guimaraes steps up. Deep breaths. Steps up. Stutter step. And he's missed again. The stutter step fails. Espresso, we were talking about this the other day. These man and their stutter step penalties, they are so dead. Just run up to the ball, address the ball, hit the ball. Stutter step is finished in football. I'm sick of it. It's embarrassing. Brazil, 0. Norway, 0. Victor says, where does Liverpool lack? In many places, Victor, at the moment. Overall, first 11, Liverpool are fine. They've got a very good first 11. If anything, the one position they truly lack is in the central CDM position. Liverpool lack. So Liverpool lack in CDM, but other than that, it's overall squad. But first team, they've got an excellent first team. It's no problem. But it's a squad game these days. And you know this already, Victor, because, you know, your amazing wingers, they play half the season in League and then they're fresh for the Champions League because you have a complete squad. Let's see if I missed anything. My fave travel channel, Wales man, Simon Wilson. I have no idea who that is, but fair enough. Victor says, what position? Yeah, CDM, as I said. Arthur says, where does PSG lack? PSG don't lack anything, really, in reality. I know you're asking Victor, but PSG lack top goalkeeper. Even though the goalkeeper, what's his name? Savanin? What's his name? Anyway, you know the giver, Sav. Their goalkeeper, the Russian goalkeeper. He's okay, but PSG, for the size of club, they need a better goalkeeper. Should have kept Donnarumma, in my opinion. Espresso says, I'd be embarrassed if my son took a pen like that. Yeah, you know that. It's just ridiculous. All this starter step thing, I'm done with it. Unless you're Paul Pogba, don't show me that starter step ever again. Ridiculous. Arthur says, did you know that Bruno Guimaraes' middle name is Mrs. Pennies? Right, Rayan. Not much pace. He looks like an awkward dribbler. 130 million for Rayan. No, I don't think so. Not for me. Arthur says, my favourite show is Lupin. That's the one about that the black guy. He's a French criminal, isn't it? A master thief. I heard it's very good, but I haven't watched it. But I've seen the adverts. Beautiful city. See the background. But Arthur, that programme there, The Night Manager. Sensational. Should give it a watch. Really good. McMorla says, can Liverpool sign Angelo Stiller, my bro? They've looked at him, but he doesn't have enough defensive capabilities. A very good ball player, but he doesn't have the defensive acumen needed. So it just depends what the new manager's going to go for. Is he going to go for 2 in the pivot in protecting the back line, or is he going to go for an out-and-out CDM? So we shall see. But we need someone that can defensively hold and protect. We need someone like a Declan Rice. That's what we need. Arthur says, when I was in France, I was looking for where they filmed it. Fair enough. What PSG lack is the bench. Yeah, fair. Well, especially obviously now that the summer started and you've just sold Gonzalo Ramos, Lee Kang. So yeah, you obviously need to replace. But obviously that is where Diamande comes in for you, Victor. So we should see. And of course you will get some more. And there's rumours you're trying to get Julian Alvarez as well from Atletico. But that's going to be very hard. So Norway controlling the proceedings at the moment, pushing Brazil back. Brazil came back into it quite well after the penalty, and now it's a much ebb and flow. Right, can he set Vinny Júnior free on the left? He does. Vinny Júnior. Poor ball, really. Across, that's got to be a goal. Oh, my days. Martinelli, just a bit too in front of the goal. Martinelli should have timed his run a bit better, and you're talking about a free header. I'm getting a bit loud on the microphone and my son's sleeping, so getting the door closed. All good. This game is back and forth. Really good game. Abdul says, I don't watch movies, sitcoms, programs or TVs nowadays. I'm much the same, Abdul. I don't really watch anything. I think that program there, the one I mentioned, The Night Manager, it's only because it's based on a very famous spy novel from the late 80s, 90s. But honestly, it's a brilliant program. But yeah, I don't watch TV myself, to be honest. I just like my peace and quiet. I just watch my football. I play my video games, and that's enough for me. I read my books, and I'm a happy man. Arthur says PSG equal Oil FC. The thing is, though, however they started, they're established now. Do you know what I mean? The crazy thing about PSG is that young football fans, Arthur, or people that maybe that's been a bit harsh on the young, but people born of a certain vintage, they won't even know that PSG were a very small team, like in French football history, before say 2000. They were, or even before 2005, before the Qatari ownership. PSG, even though it's the capital, Paris is the capital, their team was a nothing team, a small team. Whereas, Marseille are traditionally the biggest team in France in terms of French football history. Olympique Lyonnais back in the 2000s, they won the league 7 times in a row. Like, they were massive. But Arthur says Marseille was bigger, exactly. Marseille won the Champions League, the first French team to win the Champions League. But now PSG have literally rewritten history. Crazy. Victor says, Akliouche, Monaco player, will probably come to PSG and he will reveal his talent to the whole world like Barcola. I hear you, my man. Well, hopefully, look, you get Akliouche, Victor, you get Akliouche and you get Diamande, and then you know what to do with Bradley, my man. Bradley needs to have this on his chest next season. S'il vous plaît. Ale, did you go to Versailles when you went to Paris? I don't think I did, Arthur. It's quite a long time ago. I went to the Louvre. Beautiful. I climbed to the Eiffel Tower. I walked up the bottom because the lift wasn't working, and I walked the first 2 sections, all the steps. I took it as a challenge. I wanted to walk all the way to the top, but they wouldn't let us go to the top. It was very windy on that day. It's very windy. They wouldn't let you go to the top. But but Eiffel Tower, so beautiful. Loved it. Went to the Arc de Triomphe, the Louvre, like I said. Just walking around the Paris streets. Love it. Beautiful city. So amazing. But I don't think I went to Versailles. I went to Notre Dame before it burnt down, before the fires. So I went there a long, long time ago. And Victor says, now PSG is bigger than Marseille. Marseille, bleh. Yeah, exactly. It's done. So, But all it takes, things change. Maybe some investment come into Marseille, and then they can come back up. It's not the problem with French football is that you need the competition. France, Paris Saint-Germain are so much bigger than everyone else. But how is it with now Paris FC, Victor? Are they getting bigger? Obviously, they won the cup. They beat PSG, stopped them doing the treble twice in a row. That was a big surprise. Arthur says, was that when you was a soldier? An arcade soldier. Sure, we give you Bradley for 1,000. Oh, man. You want $1 billion? No, come on. I'll give you 100. 100 million euros, my friend. Let's shake on it. Deal. Thank you. Liverpool do, though. Liverpool do. We got the cash. We got that big money cash. Victor says, I visit London a lot too and lived 4 years in Scotland. Oh, cool. Nice one, man. Where did you live in Scotland, bro? Beautiful country, Scotland. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to random one, Victor. Did you live in Stirling? Did you live in Stirling? I'm taking a guess. Arthur says, did you know if you sub Ade gives you 20 quid? Monopoly money if you sub. 20 quid. Saying that, I'm going to do a giveaway soon, actually. I'm not sure where I'm going to do it. It might be at 200 subscribers. I'm going to do a giveaway. And I'll try and do it in a competition with a spin the wheel. And I need Ade, bro, to wear Man United jersey. More like I love you, bro, but never. That would be the ultimate forfeit. I am not doing that. Right, here we go. Cunha, breaking. 2-on-2. He's got a pass, surely. He drives past. Can he get a shot away? Goes down in the box. Nah, silly. He's looking. Why didn't he slip in Vinícius Júnior? You don't have the pace for that. You don't have the pace for that. Stupid move there. Oh, Aberdeen. Fair enough. I visited Aberdeen last year. Beautiful city. Lovely architecture. Really nice. Did you enjoy it there? I think Scotland's an amazing country. Victor says, I enjoyed Aberdeen, but please wear Man City jersey. No, man. Not happening. McMauler says, what you signed, bro, meaning? What do you mean, McMauler? Rephrase that, my man. Victor is supporting England later. Good man, Victor. No, he's not. Arthur, he wants us out. He wants us out. Cameron says, Scotland is gorgeous. It definitely is. Great chat so far. Espresso, have you had a bet today? Let me know. I think you were saying, have you put, what is your score predictions that you've gone for? And it was nice. I was chatting to Aston Villa FC fan earlier. He's taken a nap and he's going to get up later. He's going to join the stream later for the England game. So that's really nice of him to say. So all good. McMauler said Leeds is one of the beautiful place in England. Nah, bro. I don't know, actually. I've never been there. It's a place I want to go to. I'll be real. Abdul will be able to tell us more because Abdul lives there. But I have heard that Leeds is it's a mixed bag. There's probably some nice parts, but I know there's a lot of unsavoury parts in Leeds. But there's a lot of destitution there. Destitution. So, which means that it's a little bit run down in places. Espresso says, my auntie married a Scotsman. Got 2 cousins in Edinburgh. Good to hear. Yeah, Scotland's beautiful, my man. Oh, good run there from Noosa. Arthur says, don't worry, Victor, I want France out. But funny, England don't stand a chance against with France. Hydration break here. It's the first quarter, guys. First quarter's over. First quarter's over. Abdul says Leeds is rough. Chav, hooligans, Leeds fans, poverty, poor, trash, rundown, poor area, and working class city. So there's Abdul's advert for visiting Leeds. Yeah. Well, obviously you're there, my bro, so you can. We have to take your word for it. But I have heard that Leeds is very rough in places. Espresso says, bro, I bet both to score on both Brazil, Norway, and Mexico, England. I hear that, my man. I hear that. I think that's a decent shout, Espresso, because this one I'm predicting a 2-1 Norway, and Mexico, England. There's going to be goals in that. So yeah, I think you're onto something there. Arthur says Birmingham is nice. Parts of it is, for sure. Abdul says rather speak the truth. Fair play, my bro. Arthur says or an airport town. What's that, Birmingham? What are you saying, Arthur? That stutter step penalty was absolute garbage. I never understand this stutter step nonsense. It's like you run up to the ball, you check your run, so you lose the pace that you're running onto the ball with. It makes no sense. Run up to the ball, hit the ball. The power of the ball comes from the run. Ridiculous. Well, Bruno Guimaraes won't be taking another penalty, that's for sure, unless it goes to a penalty shootout. Hydration break is nearly over, guys. We're entering the second quarter. Second quarter's about. Oh, Arthur says I broke it up in full. Say Birmingham was nice or an airport town. Oh, okay. Well, Birmingham obviously is a massive city. It's the second city of the country, isn't it? And it's such a weird thing, not even to move away from it. Birmingham City. So imagine a football club. Birmingham being the second biggest city in England, and the main team is apart from a region, called Aston. So we're Aston Villa. But it's weird that Birmingham City have never won a trophy, or really should have probably be the second biggest team in the country, if that makes sense. Arthur says saying Leeds is nice. Oh, I see what you mean, Arthur. Abdul says nowadays people don't speak the truth of society. We need real people. We, the real people, are getting pushed out of society. Too many yes men and middlemen, and no one speaks the truth. That's it, my man. People looking after their own interests. But that's what's nice about being online. You can speak your truth. And, you can have your say and speak your truth online. Espresso says Portugal, Spain. That could be sensational. Obviously, we was talking about it the other day, Espresso. We were talking about that 3-3 in 2018. That could be a sensational game tomorrow. But yeah, that is definitely one not to be missed. Portugal, Spain. Ronaldo versus Yamal and these boys. Arthur says Birmingham is not the best. I've been there a couple of times. It's all right in places. Martinelli charging into the box. Across! I thought that was an own goal. Rayan plays it back. Scuffed. Now Norway need to clear. Bro, you are seeing correct with the possession because it happened the other day. Espresso, it happened the other day. I can't remember who they were playing, but Brazil had something like 29%. They are not a good team. That was a decent save, but that easily could have got into the net. Martinelli smashes it across. Nyland, the keeper, hits his leg. You're very lucky there. But Brazil are a very average team, but with some good players. But they are a team that cannot dominate the ball. Those days are long done. But I know it's mad, isn't it? Seeing Brazil with 29, 27% possession is crazy. Well, that's the thing, isn't it, Arthur? These days you don't need the ball for chances. It's all about those counters, etc. They've just literally become a counter-attacking team, Arthur, which is quite incredible. Big Brazil, counter-attacking side. Espresso says Martinelli should have chipped that. Yeah, he should have done. Keeper got well lucky, though. That should still be 1-0. Arthur says they won't. Oh, McMorland says, what if Brazil wins this FIFA World Cup? Arthur says they won't. Yeah, I tend to agree. I just don't see how they can do it. They'd need a hell of a run to win it from here. They're not good enough. Officer Curacao had more chance. Do you know who was it? Do you know? Oh, honestly, Cape Verde look like they'd have a better chance. They look dangerous. They're giving Argentina all sorts of problems. Oh, that was a great ball there from Vinícius Júnior there. Danilo. Back to Vinny Júnior. He's down the right flank now, charging forward. Oh, even he hasn't got the pace for that. Abdul says, in Leeds, I keep away from a few areas in Leeds and you can't trust a lot of people in Leeds. In the city centre, a lot of tramps, chads and hooligans everywhere. Pubs and clubs are rough as well. I hear you, bro. Steer clear, my bro. Steer clear. Right, Norway now. Good touch by Haaland there. Decent turn. Can he play out wide? Why didn't he even knock it first time? Tries to find Nusa. Gives it away. That was poor going. Victor says, did you see the comeback of Balogun after his red card? Trump's ideas probably. Do you know what? We were talking about that before you came in, Victor. It's like, yeah, that was dodgy. That was dodgy. That's like, they need to stick to the decision. But, you know, I don't think that would have got overturned if it was anything other than the host nation. So I'm with you, Victor. That was definitely dodgy. I know where you're coming from. Arthur says, breaking news, Ade has been elected as Prime Minister. I would do a top job. I really would. And Cameron says, Leeds is rough. Yep, this is what Abdul's saying. Cameron, he's saying that Leeds is rough. But, right, what have we got here? Let me see this before. So Sorloth now, what can he do? Plays it to the wide for Berg. Right, slips in Nusa, central of the goal. Chops inside, lays in the middle, is Odegaard in the box. Lay it back, Odegaard. What are you doing? Takes a shot. Abdul says, Leeds United, Ellen Road Stadium isn't very inviting for different cultures, races, religions, women, children, BAME group and families. Okay, fair enough. Haven't been to Ellen Road myself. I do like the idea of the atmosphere on TV because they're very passionate. But obviously, if you deep dive it, maybe it's not a place where you want to go, to be honest. Arthur says, Trump is a fascist. McMorland says, breaking news, Adiborough has been appointed a Chancellor of United Nations a few moments ago. Hey, Sir Pat's my bro. Sir Pat says, love Brazil. That kit is immortal and rarely changes. It's iconic. Recognised for skillful football for decades. It's in their DNA. Except that this is, sadly, the worst iteration of the Brazilian national team we've probably ever seen, Sir Pat's. But I'm with you, bro. When they're playing well, they are the greatest team to watch. It's just that it's been a while since we've had a really good Brazil. But anyway, Sir Pat's, hope you are doing well, my bro. Please let us know. And welcome back. McMorland says he should attend the Geneva Official Convention meeting next week. I should go. Arthur says, yeah, Leeds booed the break for Ramadan. B.S. City. Did they really? Wow, that is hostile. Oh, Haaland does a flick on there. But you're not going to beat Alisson with that. No chance. Victor says, when are you a Liverpool fan? Since I was about 7 years old. So a long time, my bro. A long time. But my mum's, maybe even a bit before, like 6, 7. But my mum was a Liverpool fan as well. So yeah, all good. So even though I was born in London, Liverpool fan, what can I say? That was the team I chose. And that's it. Come on. Arthur says, Arthur will tell you what I am in a minute. He says I'm a glory hunter. But Victor, when I was a kid, Liverpool was winning everything. Just like if there was a young French fan now, maybe in Lyon or Marseille, maybe not Marseille, but in Toulouse or something, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of French young fans that are going to support PSG because it's so big. Liverpool was that team when I was a kid. But then in my teens, then Liverpool stopped winning. And then you have to just wait for your time to come again. Abdul says, I remember that match, Leeds versus Man City. What happened then? What happened? So it was during Ramadan, was it? So how did that come up? They were booing. I don't understand that one. Arthur says, versus City, I meant to say. Arthur says 6, 7. I still don't know what that means, to be honest, but okay. McMorland says, can we see special life of FIFA final of Adebo from live ground? Let's hope so. One day, who knows? Maybe I'll be at the tournament one day. Who knows? Abdul says, Leeds United has a very bad past with hooliganism, dirty Leeds, fights and racism. Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously, the name tag has stuck with them since the Billy Bremner days, isn't it? The 70s, like, dirty Leeds. And it's like, yeah, that tag has... They've kind of had that tag for a long time, similar to Millwall in the Championship. Millwall have not lost their... but it's weird because certain parts of the culture and the mentality, they grab onto it. They latch on. They want to be dirty Leeds, or they might want to be, we are Millwall, nobody likes us, everyone hates us. Do you know what I mean? It's like, is that really what it's all about? Victor says, you are definitely a real fan. Thank you, my bro. I've been to, not that you have to go to the ground, but I've been to Anfield, Liverpool's home stadium, many times. My son is a Liverpool fan. We've been there together, watched games in the Premier League, Champions League. So yes, defo a real fan, bro. Arthur says, it was at 5. So when the sun went down, the Muslim players had drinks. Oh, I see. I see. Wow, that's ridiculous that they would boo them. That's just absolutely disgusting. But yeah, Arthur, good information there. Thank you. I was trying to see the connection. How did that happen? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that makes sense. All right, giving away. Played back. Vinícius Júnior. Oh, wow. Well played and well won back there by Martinelli, who lays it back to Vinícius Júnior. Odegaard dawdling on the ball, gives it away poorly. Odegaard goes down looking for the foul. Ridiculous. Martinelli plays it back in. I think Martinelli should have just been braver there and just gone for the curler. But he kind of didn't want the responsibility there. Gave it back to Vinícius Júnior, who put a decent shot in but was saved. Right, poor there. Nusa. Norway under the cosh. Abdul says Shirky, Ait Nouri, Marmoush and Abdukir Kusanov were breaking their fast in the holy month of Ramadan. They were breaking their fast after 6 p.m. Kickoff was at 5:30. I see. Yeah, that's crazy, really. The thing is, though, actually, but here's the thing, because I remember, obviously, because Salah's Muslim. Isn't there certain special dispensation where the religion you can kind of get a pass, or no, I can't think of the right word, but maybe like a pardon for missing your prayer because you're not, obviously I'm not saying football's more important, but I'm pretty sure I remember Salah was able not to fast one day, or maybe he could miss prayer or something, because there's a dispensation within a religion to allow it for certain situations. I think I remember that happened with Salah before. Please let me know if I'm incorrect. Abdul says football is for everyone, 100%. Victor says Shirky, great player by the way. Vive la France. And Gary says, yo, everyone, welcome, Gary. Good to see you, my bro. I'll tell you what, Victor, isn't it crazy that Shirky, who's the other one? These guys are so great, and they can't even get anywhere near the pitch for France. That's how strong they are. It's crazy. Right, Odegaard wins a corner. Good play from Haaland there, who holds the ball up, lays it off to his left for the on-rushing Odegaard into the box. Good play. He was fed in by Nusa to Haaland. Holds it up. Great hold up. And then Odegaard, it just takes an extra touch. He always takes an extra touch. Arthur says, hello, Gary. Right, so now we're looking for a corner. Right, corner's about to come in. Who's going to take it? So it's Patrick Berger's going to take it. Right, corner comes in. Poor corner. Arthur says, the fact that Shirky doesn't start shows how insane France are. The fact that Shirky can barely get 15 minutes for France is just nuts. Absolutely crazy. Such a strong team. And Gary says, yo, Arthur. Right, so let's have a look. How many... Brilliant. 18 likes on the stream. Absolutely fantastic. Hopefully we can beat the record. What did we get the other day, guys? Was it the 22 or 23? Something like that? Hopefully we can beat that. Right, we've got a minute and a half go. Minute and a half to go. Right, put out wide. Odegaard. Plays it back centrally. This game's had a good match momentum. Really kind of flowed this game. Abdul says, did you see the Netflix documentary about the Euro 2021 final between England and Italy? A lot of hooligan and thugs. I didn't watch the documentary, but I remember it on the day, Abdul. I remember I saw the build up in terms of the country, what was happening in the pubs. I knew you could see, and through previous experience and things that I've been through in life with jobs and stuff, I knew there was a powder keg situation. I knew it was going to explode later on. So it does not surprise me, bro. Or it did not surprise me. Arthur says 25 likes last time. Was it really? Okay, fantastic. Something to reach for in the future. So all good. Arthur says, if you haven't liked or subbed, do that now. Would appreciate it. Victor says, I remember the day France won against England in 2022. I don't know. I'm trying to delete that from my memory, bro. What was it? Was that that was on penalties, wasn't it? Oh no, was it 2-1? 2-1 France beat England, I think it was. Quarterfinals. Kane missed a penalty, I think. Breaking news, they found oil on the Falkland Islands. Six minutes additional time. Arthur says not a lie. V.A.S. Victor says, yes, it was 2-1. Harry Kane missed a penalty. That's right. Yeah, I remember. Shot it to the moon. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did, mate. He did. Yeah, it was 2-1 and Harry Kane missed a penalty. I remember, bro. Fuming. Never mind. And that game was very close, Victor. That game was very close. So I know why you want England to go out, because there's not many teams that you'd think, if they attack each other, England have a chance of actually knocking out France. Hey, Haroon, how you doing, my bro? Damn, that penalty. Oh, it was shocking, wasn't it, Haroon? How are you doing, my bro? Hope you are well. Abdul says racism and hate still exists in society, but they're often hidden. This includes covert racism, undercover racism, and systemic racism. It does, my bro. Sadly. But, you know, as the generations keep moving forward, you hope these things will become less and less in the future. Yeah, Haroon, I hope you're well, my bro. Hope you are well. Let us know, bro. Victor said it was a really intense and stressful game. It was, my man, it was. Maybe we're going to see it again, my bro. I think if England progress and France progress, I think it's semi-finals maybe that they can meet. We shall see. Abdul says, everyone is welcome on Vaz's channel. 100%. Yeah, Haroon, how are you doing, my brother? Nice to see you again. Oh, it's the final where with me. Okay. I will take it. I'd happily be in the final. And England have been, well, not in 2022, but 2018, England got to the semi-finals of the World Cup. 2020, they got to the final of European Championship. 2024, we got to the European Final Championship. So, you know, England are getting a taste for the finals. So, hopefully. Right, here we go, surely. Oh, Alisson, and that's why he's the main man. Odegaard comes through and Alisson Becker, Liverpool's #1, comes in clutch. Let's go. Arthur says, there are people openly racist like Tommy Robinson who has several supporters. I know, man. It's crazy, really. It's crazy, really. But these people, for whatever you like about their views and whatnot, or whatever you think of their views and whatnot, Tommy Robinson, if you listen to him speak, he's a very compelling speaker. So you can see a lot of these people are salesmen in their way. They're good talkers. And sometimes that's all you need to be, is a good talker to get a following. Do you know what I mean? Right, play that wife to Rayan. Back centrally for Gabriel. Vinícius Júnior trying to skin the defender. The number 26 is very fast. Right, played. Bruno Guimaraes winds one up. Keeper dives for the cameras. Don't know what that was all about. Gabriel recycled into the box, surely. And Martinelli just mistimes his jump. Great run. I don't know if it would have been offside, but Martinelli, if he'd have timed his run twice today, he would have had good headed chances. Oh, it's a great run for Martinelli. Just mistimed the jump. Oh, he wasn't brave enough. Wasn't brave enough. Victor says, is Harry Kane for you the favourite to win the Ballon d'Or? He's got to be in the conversation. He's top two. See, for me, Victor, it's Harry Kane. And even though Real Madrid didn't win the league, it's Harry Kane or Kylian Mbappe. For me. Arthur says, who was part of the National Front? I don't know, man. It's not something I would ever get behind or pay much attention to. Things like that, Arthur, I wouldn't even give it any energy. It's like to stop a fire, you have to take away one of the sources. You know, take away oxygen, heat, or fuel. So if you don't give it fuel, the fire dies out. So when it comes to racist people and racism, you just take it away. It's done. Abdul says, Tommy Robinson, Nigel Farage, Reform, Restore Britain and Advance UK are getting funded and fueling hate, dividing and targeting BME groups, Muslims and immigrants. Everyone is committing crimes. Victor says, Elise over Kane. When you ask me the question, I think he's in the conversation. But I think Harry Kane, just for the amount of goals he scored this year, just incredible, really. I think he's up to 72. Obviously, we're in an extended season because of the World Cup, but I'm pretty sure he's on something like 72 goals for the football calendar. It's crazy. Arthur says, whoever wins the World Cup and is their best player. Well, this is the thing. Now, let's say France win the World Cup and Dembele scores 2 in the final. He won it last year. That was fine. But if France win the World Cup, it would definitely be Kylian Mbappe. 100%. But I know what you meant, Arthur. Right, so that is half time. Arthur says, what even is advanced UK? A reform of attempt, which is a fake Tory. Do you know what? I don't know. But that's the thing. This is why I don't get into politics, because I don't follow it enough. I understand the premise of politics, obviously, but I don't follow it. So I'm not educated on it. So I don't really have an opinion on it. Plus, I'm not interested in it. And I just believe any party that's in power, they always do the same thing anyway. Just nothing ever changes. Gary says this is a good game. Oh, it 100% is. Very good. So enjoying the game, enjoying the chat. Fantastic. And Abdul says, I can't watch this Brazilian team play football. Abdul, I think you're just offended by this Brazilian team, right? Part of your brain just cannot let go of the three R's. Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, and obviously Rivaldo. So your brain can't let go of that, and I get it. It's it's not the greatest. So, Pats, are you there, bro? I hope you're good. Let us know. I know you enjoy the game. You're trying to concentrate on your football, but hope you're good, my bro. Haroon, if you're there, hope you're well as well. I don't even know what that is. Victor says, if France does a brilliant tournament, at least they can win it as well. That's true. As Mbappe, as well as Mbappe, depends on their performance. That is the power of the French team. Dembele, my bad. I think, you know what? I agree with you, Victor. What I think it comes down to, if France win the tournament, as long as Mbappe keeps scoring, even up to the semi-finals, let's say he doesn't score in the final, they'll give it to him because he's had such a good tournament. But if, in the Champions League, Dembele scores a double in the semi, 2 goals in the final, that might be enough. Do you know what I mean? Because, and obviously he scored in the Champions League final as well, didn't he, Dembele? So it was Dembele that scored the winner, wasn't it? The goal, the equaliser, yeah, it was the penalty. So, yeah, I think it's going to come down to, I think the Ballon d'Or, depending on obviously who wins the World Cup, I think it's going to be Harry Kane, Ousmane Dembele, or Kylian Mbappe. Those are the 3. And then it's Elise just behind them. Abdul says, did you watch Abdullah Mason versus Albert Bell? No, I did not, my man. I did not. Was it a good bout? Let me know. Arthur says, the reform candidate for Macclesfield was a sexist and said women can't drive from a party which claims to be pro women by removing immigrants. Yeah, I know, man. I know. It's like, this is what I mean, Arthur. I just don't get into it because these people are just, it's hypocrisy everywhere, bro. Hypocrisy everywhere. Right, keep the chat going. Just going to have a look at the stats. There has been no bookings in this game. So let's have a look at the stats. So we'll have a look at the game stats at half time. So let's have a look. Obviously, keep the chat going. I'll address everything when I see it. Right, Brazil have 35% possession, which is just incredible, really. Norway dominating the ball, 65%. XG for Brazil, 1.06, and that includes a penalty. So, they had some good chances in that half. XG for Norway, 0.35. Not many chances, apart from that great finish by Patrick Berg, which was offside. 8 shots for Brazil, 2 on target. And 4 from Norway, 2 on target. Right. Brazil had 21 touches in the Norwegian box. Norway had only 4 touches in the Brazilian half. 2 saves each from each goalkeeper, from Nyland and Alisson. Aerial duels won by Norway 2. Aerial duels won by Norway 3. Fouls committed by Brazil 3 and Norway 3 as well. 1 corner for Brazil and 3 for Norway. So those are the halftime stats. And those are the teams. All right, back to the chat. See if anyone is talking about anything. Nothing at the minute. Victor says, Yamal is, in my opinion, the most talented player, but it won't be him that wins the Ballon d'Or. This is it. But the thing is, though, I hear that, Victor, but where I would disagree is that for the fact that Barcelona won La Liga, if Spain win the World Cup, I think they will base it on whoever wins this tournament. If Spain win the World Cup, well, maybe they can't give it to Yamal because he had a very quiet tournament so far. If Spain win the World Cup, Yamal scores a goal in the final, they'll give it to him. I don't agree with it, my man. I don't agree with it, but it's just the way the football governing body is, my man. But yeah, Spain. I just don't see Spain winning it, but we shall see. What was the XG? It was 1.06 Arthur for Brazil and 0.35 for Norway. So it was very much in Brazil's favour, even though Norway had most of the possession. Victor says yes, but he needs to do a great end of tournament. Oh yeah, 100%. He does. You're right, Victor. He does. But that's what I mean. If Spain win the tournament, the chances are, if you think about it logically, if Spain win the tournament, Yamal would have done something. Like, he'd have scored in the final or the semi-final. He would have got them there, or a man in the match performance in the final. Spain are not winning this tournament without Yamal doing something. So therefore, that might be enough to give it to him, if you see my reasoning. Espresso says, like Roy Keane said, Norway dominating the possession, but Brazil controlling the game. Yeah, this is it. They're happy to break. And I was just talking about the man just before. There's Rivaldo, Roberto Carlos, Cafu in the crowd, Ronaldinho. Yeah, proper Brazilian legends. Arthur says, Ballon d'Or is a PR trophy. This is it, bro. And this is why I do not buy into the Ballon d'Or. I'm not interested in it at all. Arthur says, England are better than everyone else. What, you think apart from France? Is that what you're saying, Arthur? Abdul says, were you in the police, army, MI5, MI6, CIA, security, or close protection? I was in one of them, Abdul. But I did sign an official Secret Service Act not to talk about these things. And I'm not even joking as well. When you leave certain places, you have to sign things, which means that you shouldn't talk about things. But I was in one of those. Arthur says he put away bad people like mums on Facebook for saying something mildly with you, donut. You're going to have to explain to me what it means because, yeah, I'm asking in the chat and nobody told me. But anyway, for you watching at home, I've got something for you in a few seconds. Just watch. Abdul says, in one of those categories, was racism in your department? Not really, Abdul, to be honest. Not really. No different to some other places I've been in life. No, there wasn't, to be honest. And I'm being genuine, so, you know. I'm not someone who looks... I'm not someone that look... I'm the kind of person that looks for the... If you... Obviously, you know me well enough by now from the stream, is that you know I'm a very positive person. So, even when there's things out there, I wouldn't ignore them because I'm afraid of them. I will confront anything, no problem. But I'm someone that likes to give people the benefit of the doubt. I like to give people a chance to prove themselves to be bad. I don't look for the bad. Do you know what I mean? So if you, I can't remember, Abdul, was you here at the beginning when that guy Loic was in and he was, being silly regarding, homophobic comments? I could see what he was about straight away, but I wanted to give him a chance to let me down, if that makes sense, before I made the decision. So I don't just jump on people just for the first comment they make, or I give people a chance to let me down, if that makes sense. Right, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I just need to show somebody that is watching something. I've got something for them on the stream. Give me 2 seconds. He's busy dealing with the Facebook mum. No, I'm not. Yeah, but honestly, like regarding the whole hydration aspects, Victor says, Ballon d'Or is an interesting debate, but I get it. Unfortunately, it isn't always given to the best player. Too many injustices. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. Abdul says, I did give people a chance and a second chance, but they stabbed me in the back. I keep to myself. In this world, you can't trust anyone but God. See, I hear you, my man. And this is the thing, which is why at the end of the day, I can understand why aspects of your mentality has gone a certain way in a sense of the distrust. Because when people let you down, it's whether that's through relationships, friendship, family, it hurts. It does hurt. But, this is why when we was talking the other day about certain parts of life, this is why I don't worry too much, because as there are more good people on this planet, Abdul, than there are bad. That is a fact. So as long as your heart is open, then good people will come in. Do you know what I mean? Whereas at the end of the day, of course, bad people can come in, but when you work them out, you just let them go. Just let them go, let it drift over your head and let it go. Sometimes it's difficult though. Not everyone can do it so easily. Me personally, I find it quite easy. If bad people come my way, no problem. See you later. It's not a big deal. But sometimes just interacting with bad people can set people back, because we're all different emotionally, what we can handle, and how we feel about things. So, it is what it is. But yeah, that's enough product placement. I'm getting did you know that coconut water is one of the most hydrating things that you can drink? I learned that from someone, that knows their stuff. Arthur says, juice, how interesting. Not just juice, coconut water. Highly refreshing. This is what these guys should be having on their hydration break. Victor says, French league is underrated. It isn't a farmers league, it's the league of talents. It definitely, well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's, I think there came a crossing point, Victor, where a few years ago, Ligue 1 was not considered one of the top 5 leagues, and obviously it's kind of overtaken the Dutch Eredivisie, because even about 7-8 years ago, the Dutch league, the Netherlands league, the Eredivisie was considered the 5th strongest league, and the Ligue 1 it's a strong league. Do you know what I mean? The power of PSG is definitely bringing the league up. Arthur says, learnt from Wikipedia. Who's that? Well, I learned that from Wikipedia, you joker. Victor says, be careful of Lens next year. They are strong. I hear you, bro. I hear you. Yeah, Lens are right. They got some good players. You're definitely right. Abdul says, I used to be open and talk to people in society. COVID-19 stopped people from openly talking to others. Society has changed the way people talk with phones, tablets and computers. It is sad. It is sad. But this is why I made sure that with my sons that, you know, I tried my best to make sure that they are more open and honest people. I never bought my sons phones. Sadly, that was their mum that bought them phones. I never would have bought my sons phones. No chance. People try to abuse you and take advantage of you. I keep to myself. I keep to family and religion. I hear you, my man. The thing is, though, Abdul, just try not to be completely closed off to other things. Obviously, you know, you said that, you know, you like coming online. You can make friends online, speak to people. You know, just keep that part of your heart a bit open for positive people. Because there's many people out there, bro. Sometimes just hard to find, especially when you've had a few bad experiences. So it's understandable, bro. Victor says, the coach of Lens is brilliant. Coach went to Crystal... Oh, right. Yes, of course. Very true. Yes. I didn't know where he came from, but I didn't realise he was the Lens manager. Okay. Thank you for the knowledge. Abdul says, the future is scary. Social media is toxic and hateful. I know, my man. I know. And that's the thing. Depending on your age, obviously I know how old you are, you've got, like, say, at least 35, 40 years left on the planet with this stuff. And now we're going to be victims or witnesses to see where it goes. So second half has kicked off. Wow, it's weird. It's 10 o'clock already. It's like, wow. Still got hours to go for the England game. Abdul says, if I go out, I go by myself. People take too long to get ready and are always not on time. I hear you, my bro. Well, you're a man of standards, Abdul. Arthur says, Abdul, what year did you go to Mecca? I'll let you guys talk in the chat. Rayan with the handball there. Abdul, did you find it a life-changing visit for you? Was that the first time you went? Did the pilgrimage to Mecca, was that the first time? Right, so Norway have made two changes. They've taken off Noosa and Sorloth. Arthur says 3.5 million people must be the most crowded place on earth. Wow, didn't know that. Natasha, how are you? Looks like delay on the English. Really, Natasha? What's the latest? Please tell us, Natasha. Damn it, really? Oh, what is going on? Right, Berger. Oh, what a shot. That was horrific. Absolutely disgusting. Great little run from him. Blazed it over like he was shooting through the sticks at Twickenham. Absolutely shocking. Abdul says, I need the support in my life. I don't trust no one, only God. Too many hateful, negative, racist and bad people in the world. Arthur says, how do you get all these things so fast, Natasha? Natasha is a news hound. Storm protocols are in place in the same due to the threat of lightning. Oh man. So how long is the initial delay, Natasha? Please let us know. If you could let the chat know, Natasha, that would be absolutely fantastic. Right, Odegaard, good feet. Tries a back heel there. Oscar Bob. Odegaard trying to do the milk break. Coconut water, my friend. Coconut water. Very hydrating. Natasha says, I said it earlier today to my husband, as when Mexico played Ecuador, it was delayed for 2 hours. Oh, Natasha. So basically, it could be kicking off at 3 a.m. Oh, man. McMorla says, no, real coconut. Oh, I see. Well, to be fair, this is actually 100% pure. It doesn't have the cream aspect, the coconut cream, but it is definitely real coconut water. But I am going to try and get the pressed coconut version myself. Abdul, you're off to bed, my bro. Are you trying to watch the game, or are you just done with football for tonight, Abdul? But if you're off to bed, have a good night. Natasha, more like 4 a.m. Damn. Abdul, I'm not watching England's game. No problem, Abdul. Listen, my man, good talking to you, bro. Take care. Have a lovely rest. And, have a great start to your day tomorrow, my man. Hopefully we see you tomorrow. Arthur says they should stop playing the games in Mexico every time delayed. It's true. You know what, Arthur? You're spot on, to be honest. You're spot on. So, Pat, beetroot juice. That's what it's all about, yeah? Beetroot juice is brutal. You've got to be a real soldier to put back some beetroot juice. Jesus. To be honest with you, Sir Pats, I can eat beetroot, but I've got to have it in small doses. Maybe about half a beetroot on my sandwich or my bagel, whatever I'm eating. Yeah. That's hardcore. Beetroot juice is hardcore. Well, Natasha, I'm going to be trying to stay up today and give it a go and stay up, so we shall see. Abdul says beetroot juice tastes earthy. Have you tried it in one go, though, like to drink it, Abdul? I mean, yeah, it's not easy. But obviously it has amazing health benefits for you, beetroots. But sadly, it's always the stuff that's so good for you that doesn't taste good for you. That's the problem. So Norway control a lot of the ball. Brazil dropping very deep. Good little turn and flick there from Guimaraes. I think both teams have made clever changes for the conditions. Put a bit of fresh legs, 2 players each. Good stuff. Vinny Júnior driving into the box. Great run for Vinny Júnior. What's he going to do? Oh, he overdid the touch there. I think that's a corner. That's a corner, even though Vinny Júnior overran the ball, I think. Yeah, it makes sense. Gave a corner first hand. Goal kick first hand. Definitely a corner there. It looked like it came back off of Vinny Júnior, but after it had gone behind. Ball flashes across the goal mouth from Cunha. Looked like a ball corner really, but not dealt with. Still makes his way across the goal. Are we getting any goals here? Espresso. Not sure if your bet's gonna come in, my bro. Both teams to score. This is starting to look like a bit of a 1-0 game. So Pat says, mate, you can't drink it raw as it will peel wallpaper, but apple juice is added to it, which makes it more palatable. Very interesting. You know, I did try St. Pat's recently. Earlier this year, I tried, proper raw pomegranate juice. And that has some really good health benefits. It's just hard going, though. Very hard going, but very interesting, bro. Very interesting. You've got to try different things, isn't it, St. Pat's? You know what I mean? Like you've got to change your palate up a bit, and obviously try and find things that are a bit more healthy for you. But Oscar Bob switches it wide, shoulder up, tries to play it centrally, but blocked out. Crowded Brazilian box. But yeah, interesting St. Pat's, 100%. Got Chris Rock in the crowd there wearing a Brazilian shirt. Oh, and thingy, Woody Harrelson. So Chris Rock and Woody Harrelson in the crowd. Abdul says, I don't drink alcohol and never had alcohol. In Leeds, they do the Otley run, where you have to drink a full pint of beer in 30 pubs in fancy dress and walk 5 miles from Headingley to... I hear that, man. I mean, what does that... You know what I mean? Abdul, the thing is, stuff like that. See, I don't drink. I've drunk alcohol before, obviously. But I'm teetotal. I don't drink. People can obviously do what they want to do. And I believe in moderation and balance. But we've got this culture in this country when it comes to alcohol. Certain segments of the culture where it's like... Let's just drink as much as we can, as fast as we can, and get as destroyed as we can. And then you wonder why there's so many problems with life and issues and teenage pregnancies and vandalism and crime and abuse and all sorts. And so much of it is linked to alcohol. And that's one of the reasons why I don't drink anymore. Not that I really drank anyway. Endrick coming on. Arthur said, Sharif don't like it. Sharif don't like it. Rock the Casbah, rock the Casbah. Arthur, you got an old head on you, Arthur, but you know that anyway. It's a good tune, isn't it? The Clash. I was your age when that was out, Arthur. Maybe a bit younger. I'm gonna have a guess, Arthur. I'm gonna have a guess. Rock the Casbah. I think that song came out in... Is that in your top 5 songs, yeah? It's just good music, innit? Good melody, very catchy. I think... I'm going to try and do it off memory, Arthur. I think that song was released in... Rock the Casbah. Right, he's in... Oh, he's in! Hendrick, surely! He's through on goal! Bad touch! Oh, that's pathetic from Hendrick. Too much time. I was literally going to say 83. I was umming and ahhing between 1983 and 1984, Arthur. What a ball from Vinícius Júnior there. Outside of the book, Travella. Bad first touch from Hendrick. Should be 1-0. Yeah, what is it, Arthur? I remember the video as well, Arthur. They're kind of like they're by a swimming pool in the back of like a Spanish villa or something. There's a swimming pool, And the song is playing out and they're kind of just wrecking stuff left, right and centre. Very poor from Endrick there. 1982. All right, so I was a little bit out. So I was a year out. I'm pretty good with, well, that was my era. That was my time. I'm pretty good with years of music back then. What's your other top 5 then, Arthur? Right, Oscar Bob. Oh, you like that, yeah? I liked it for about 5 minutes when it came out. It just gets on my nerves, though. I think I heard it too much after back then. So Endrick wins a corner. Oh, the feel good inclusivity. I hear that. Victor says, what is your second sport? Good question. It used to be, feel good linger, Arthur says. Victor, it used to be Formula One. Formula One when I was young was my first sport, even more than football. Very similar, but it's a long story. My heart broke when my favourite driver died. Second sport, tennis. I love tennis. I don't really watch it that much anymore, but it is my second sport. How about you, bro? Let me know yours. Abdul says, when I went to school, a lot of the kids drank cider after school and every weekend at the age of 12 to 18 years of age. I didn't associate with these kids. I love to play football. Go masjid and watch football. I don't know what masjid is, so do forgive me. Brazil knocking on the door here. They are, Sep Patch, you are right. Yeah, tennis is an amazing game. I love that sport. Arthur says, Little Talks. I don't know that song, Arthur. Little Talks. I don't know that song. Tennis is definitely fun to watch. It is, Victor. When I was, I played a little bit when I was a kid, but I played squash, a lot of squash. I played, squash at school. Love squash. It's bad for the knees, though. By Monster of Men. Little Talks. I don't know it. Don't know it. What else, Arthur? What are the other ones? Right, ball into the box, surely! Sir Pats, how has he not scored that? Oh no, Norway are holding on here. They are holding on here. How has he not scored that, Sir Pats? That's got to be a goal. Should be 2-0 up Brazil here, easy. Oh, is it just offside maybe? Yeah, just offside. Oh, don't look back in anger, Oasis. I don't know Linger either. Oh, Natasha, sorry. Hiya, looks like the England v Mexico game not starting until 4. Is that? Oh, wow. Well, thank you for that, Natasha, because what I would do then, if it really is going to go ahead at 4, I'll just delay the stream and I'll just go to sleep and I'll wake up. Because, yeah, I can't stay up till 4, then start watching the game, Natasha. That's crazy work. But yeah, thank you for that. Is that 100% concrete? It's been officially confirmed. That's 4 o'clock. If so, anyway, I will end the stream. I will go to bed and I will wake up and watch the game. So, yeah, thank you, Natasha. Really appreciate it. Abdul says Brazil needs to start taking its chances. Yeah, definitely. And Abdul says Norway sitting back. Yeah, they are. Crazy stuff. They're going out at this stage. There's no way Brazil aren't going to score at this point. Arthur says, one Feel Good Inc., Rock the Casbah, Hey Ya, Little Talks, Don't Look Back in Anger. So I don't know, what's Feel Good Inc.? So Pat says, Abdul, you're right, mate. Yeah, he is. He's definitely right. Natasha says, It is to do with the thunderstorms. Just keep checking Sky Sports from about 1 a.m. I hear that. The problem is, Natasha, because it's like, if it does get delayed, yeah, they need to obviously make a decision. But I'm sure if they're going to delay it properly, they will let us know within a few, they'll let us know officially soon. So hopefully it isn't, Natasha, but we shall see. Victor says, tomorrow, do you need to go to work early? No, not tomorrow, no. Allison, Gorillas, windmill for the land. Yeah, Gorillas had a few decent songs, but I'm not massively over familiar with their stuff. Sky's. Right, Odegaard with the corner. Good corner that was there. Oh, I see. So it's a Gorilla song, yeah? Okay. Damon Albarn and the guys. Oh, good ball by Bob. Into the box. Across the box there. Haaland chasing in. Oh, just missed it, Haaland. That could have been. Oof. Great ball across the box by Aya. Oof. Very close. That's the chance he's looking for. Oh. What a ball that was. Aya across the box. Wow. You're such a funny looking guy, Haaland. Right, the crowd's going crazy. Gabriel Martinelli is off. Rayan is off. Danilo and Neymar Júnior, Neymarcito is on. 30. Oh, wow. Neymar is 34. What is going on? You know you're getting old when Neymar is 34. What is going on? I remember when he was 16. Damn. The hydration break, guys. It's the end of the third quarter. Express says, looks like it's going to Pens. Oh, a bit early for that, my bro. But we shall see. Peter says, I would think Haaland and Brazil have one goal in them. That's what I mean. That's what I think as well. I think there's at least one goal here. Before penalties, anyway. Definitely. I'm actually thinking probably a bit like yourself, Peter. I'm thinking there's a goal in it either way within normal time. But we shall see. Abdul says, I don't like football channels on YouTube. They jump on a bandwagon with the same topic everyone is talking about. Focus on the narrative and don't connect one-to-one with their fans. 100% Abdul. Which is part of the reason why I started my own. Arthur, Americans even got at it. They got me, man. New Jersey. I'm being infected. New Jersey. Damn. Espresso says, I'm going out for beers for the England game. Are you going out tonight to watch it, yeah? Enjoy, my bro. Stay safe. These damn hydration breaks, market opportunities and tactical talk. That's it, my bro. Arthur says, I thought you were going to bed. Who, me? Or Espresso? So Pats, he loves it. Game start for the coffee, bagels and cheesecake, man. So Pats, you love that coffee. Oh, yeah, Abdul. Arthur said, I thought you was going to bed. Now leave him be, man. He's keeping us company. Espresso, no, getting beers for home. Won't go out. Trouble follows me. I know, it's because you're living that GTA 5 life, bro. Oh, you're going out to grab a few. Fair enough. But yeah, did you hear Espresso, Natasha, who's a regular contributor to the show? She said that the game is likely delayed, my bro. till 4 a.m. potentially. So if that's the case, I'm going sleep and waking up. But we shall see. I'm actually going to double check if there's anything on the BBC website yet. That's the thing with this game. They were gonna bring the game forward in terms of why didn't they just stick to the original plan of why didn't they just stick to the original plan of bringing the game forward to avoid the storms? I know they're talking about that both federations were unhappy. Yeah, Espresso. That's basically what Natasha's saying, because they're doing storm shelters in the ground. So if something happens, you can shelter from the storm in the ground. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I have to play it by ear, to be honest. Arthur said, Abdul says, oh, let me go through it. Oh, Abdul's going to bed after this game. Abdul says, oh, after this game, 4 a.m. England versus Mexico. Abdul, yes, that's what Natasha was saying. Arthur says, Ade took the week off work before GTA 6. Mate, Arthur, when that game comes out, I'm hitting that game hard. 100%. Not that you're able to play it, Arthur. And you know why. Espresso says 4 a.m. What the F? Yep. Espresso, no point getting beers then. Yeah, this is it, my man. And so Pat says, oh, the ding dong, Heidi High in the background. Rydell High. I thought he was doing the Terry Thomas there for a minute. Ding dong. Odegaard outside of the boot. Haaland tries a trick. That's not your game, bro. Odegaard keeping it moving. Tries to flick it through to Oscar Bob. Well played by Gabriel Magalhaes. Some Arsenal on Arsenal action in the box. $72 minutes. We've got 18 minutes left. Whoa, one back there by Douglas Santos. Moved in front of Oscar Bob. Headed the ball down. Vinny Júnior tries to play in Neymar. God, Neymar looks chunky. Neymar on the ball. Plays out wide to Vinny Júnior. Little step over. All right, plays it across the box. Casemiro. Poor cross in there. Casemiro tries to put it in the box. Charged down and cleared by Norway. Oscar Bob now on the wing. Got the overlapping. Why didn't he play in his colleague there? Haaland lays it out wide. Shoulder up. Alisson Becker with a big save. The Liverpool #1. Let's go. Alisson, the GOAT. Oh, point blank as well. Great save from Alisson. Gary says, going Pens. You could be right, my man. I still feel there's a game in it. There's a goal in it either side at some point. Victor says, both goalkeepers on an insane level. They're playing very well. You're right. 100%. Nyland didn't go for Norway doing bits. And Alisson Becker. Liverpool's #1. Let's go. So Pat says, you want Ali between the sticks. He's worth 2 men. You know it's at Pat's. That's one of the best signings we ever made. 100%. You just need a top keeper. You want to win anything, you need a top keeper. That guy has been so sensational for Liverpool. That's the thing. As much as I love Mo Salah, I loved Sadio Mane and certain players, Alisson and Van Dijk, the 2 best signings Liverpool made. 100%. 100%. 2 best signings in the last, since this millennium began. Do you know what I mean? Alisson and Virgil van Dijk. Those are the 2 best signings Liverpool made. 100%. Victor says, my dream is that Neymar gives the goal of the victory. It will be so cool. Fair enough, Victor. And you obviously the PSG link. How did you feel about Victor? Obviously you're a PSG fan. How did you feel? Obviously you love the team now and you wouldn't change. But how excited were you 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, when you obviously had Neymar still, Mbappe and Messi? How was the excitement in Paris and the PSG fans? It must have been another level. Obviously this team is much better now. But that team with those superstars, that must have been just off the charts exciting. Obviously, you had Verratti then. Obviously, still had Marquinhos. You know, yeah, it must have been so exciting. Abdul says, I didn't like Ali saying he faked an injury to play. Well, he did. All right, let me finish. Anyway, I didn't like Ali saying he faked an injury to play for Brazil. VVD's 35 next week and Ali gets injured. We need to invest into the future. Never stay still. Keep moving forward and revamp the squad. We definitely do need to do all of that. The only thing, Abdul, that I have to contradict on that is that he never said he faked an injury. He just said he didn't play, which I didn't like that either. He said he kind of stopped playing or whatever. He didn't say he refused to play or he didn't say he faked an injury, but he just said, I didn't play on purpose. He didn't use that word, but that's what he meant, wasn't it? But I know what you meant though. I found that a bit uncomfortable, you know, because he ended up still playing the last game of the season versus Brentford anyway. So he could have played at least 2 or 3 more, which was very odd, to be honest. But especially, it's different, Abdul. I would have been okay if we'd already qualified for the Champions League. Okay, fair enough. But we hadn't qualified for Champions League. So, yeah, so I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Goal! Erling Haaland has put Norway in front. That is the one. I knew there was a goal in it. After the prediction is correct, we chose Norway and he has come through. 1-0. What do Brazil have? Unstoppable in the air. The main man, the Terminator, the Cyborg. He has done it. This guy, unstoppable. McMorland says, Addy, bro, got most tactical mind than Carlo Ancelotti. Abdul says, players come and go, clubs last forever. 100% Abdul. Victor, excitement was massive at the beginning, but then it started being a mess, and I'm happy we have passed this stars era. 100%. But yeah, it was just nice to know. It must have been incredible. It must have been incredible. Ramos as well. Genie Wijnaldum came in. Yeah, crazy, crazy times. So Pat says, damn, Brazil. What a great run. The run there was... the deceptive run there to bring the markers away from Odegaard was actually brilliant. It wasn't Odegaard's run. It was somebody else, the number 5. Great run from Muller-Wolf to take the defender away, and Gabriel gets destroyed in the air. Destroyed in the air by Erling Haaland. Abdul says Norway 1, Brazil 0. Haaland. Brazil have 10 minutes and stoppage time. Let's see what they got. Norway pulling off. Well, to me, this isn't a shock because I thought Norway was going to win anyway. So, McMorland says clubs come and go. Players are forever. 100%, bro. And I see you're linking your Edinson Cavani there. Victor says, do you see a goal from Brazil? It's possible. Obviously it's possible. But I think now that Norway have the lead, they're going to defend for their lives. So you'd expect all-out attack from Brazil now, Victor. Will they get it? I don't know. They've got 9 minutes and additional time. So we're talking about they got an extra 15 minutes. I think it's 60-40 that they don't get one. Norway going to drop deep. Let's see how the next few minutes will tell us everything. What do you think, Victor? I think less likely, to be honest. Abdul says, are you Club FC or Player FC? Oh, who, me? Oh, Club FC, bro, all the way. Player FC, that's a myth. I hate it. But I think that's a modern thing, Abdul, with younger fans. Player FC. Like in our day growing up, Abdul, I'm older than you obviously, but in our day, you didn't have play, like you got corner from Neymar comes in. Abdul, you've got people that support Messi or Ronaldo, and they change club with where the player moves to, and I'm like, I don't understand that personally, but that's more like a younger fans. But I am Club FC all the way. Obviously though, but the thing is though, Abdul, let me go through the chats and I'll address something in a sec, Abdul. McMorland says, Napoli, PSG, Man United, Valencia, Boca Juniors. Yep, that was all of the clubs of Edinson Cavani. Abdul says, no loyalty in football. The thing is though, Abdul, like, oh, Neymar, great tricks. Oh, good feet. The thing is, Abdul, there is no loyalty in football. But this is why I think the players need to get what they can. Because when you're finished or the club don't want you, you are gone. And football in the 70s, 80s, 90s was brutal. That you had no say as a player. Now it's gone too far the other way. Right. Oscar Bob. Shoulder up. Oscar Bob. Surely a 1-2. Why did it take so long? Gary Robert Brown said, you said it. Haha, I told you, bro. Natasha says, just said thunderstorms from now 2 a.m. It's just said thunderstorms from now until 2 a.m. in Mexico. So I think it will be 4 a.m. But the pubs are only open till 5 a.m. and people have got work at 6 a.m. Well, Natasha, these people need to be taking themselves home, or obviously going to be lots of people pulling sickies tomorrow. Victor says, I think Brazil goal in the additional time. Remember what I said. Let's see, Victor. But yeah, Abdul, I was saying, yeah, so, yeah, no loyalty in football, like you say. The clubs used to be brutal to players. They get rid of you in an instant. Tell you what you were earning. And now it's gone too far the other way. Players have too much power. But yeah, there's no middle ground. I don't blame players for trying to get the most they can because their careers could be over at any minute. One bad injury, you're done. So, but I don't like the way players use the media now to get their advantage and all that. I love Mo Salah, for example, Abdul. I love Mo Salah. But I don't like, you know, when he came out with statements in the press against Slot. And I wanted Slot gone. I don't like Arne Slot. But ultimately, oh, good play here. Oh! Wow. Wow. I see where you're going with that, St. Pats. Ooh. That was mad. Nearly looping in. Victor, you nearly said it. You got it. Nearly there. Ball into the box. Victor, I think Brazil goal in this time. Okay. And yeah, St. Pats. Ooh. Here we go. Across. Oh my God. Why didn't he float that across the goal? Casemiro blazes it across the goal. All he had to do was chip it lightly. It was an equaliser. That was it. Victor, you could be right. Why did he chip this across the goal? He blasted it across the goal. It's not a shot. It's not a shot at goal and it's not a cross. All he has to do is cross it. It's the equaliser. Casemiro, what is he thinking? Norway are on the absolute ropes here. What a save that is. Oh my days. What a save. Oh, honestly, that was a top draw save. It really was incredible. What a save that was. Abdul says, I don't know why teams come out of their show when they go 1-0 down. Exactly. Now that they're coming out of the tournament, they're going for it. Crazy, Abdul, you're right. Natasha says, so the English fans will be annoyed. Oh, 100%. You know, I just don't understand why they didn't change the time anyway. They already made the decision. Should have stuck to it in the first place. Great 1-2 there. Haaland, shoulder up, racing clear, down the left. Played into Odegaard. Oscar Bob on the right wing. Oh, good ball into the middle. Odegaard. Abdul says team needs to go for the kill every single time. 100%. Bob driving into the box. Good play. Odegaard, what's he going to do? Wins a corner. Well played by Odegaard. Natasha said, but they would have to change all the other games. Yeah, that's true. But then why not make it a lot earlier? But I don't know what the time would have meant. If they'd have bring it back to 5 p.m. UK time, Natasha, maybe. But I don't know what time that is in Mexico. But it is what it is. There's nothing can be done now, I guess. But it's going to be a late one for sure. Do we reckon Ancelotti gets sacked or resigns after this? Norway playing it around the back now. Right, Brazil. They're entering the last chance saloon. St. Pat says, don't know, mate, but it looks like he's feeling the cold. McMorland says, we miss you, Neymar. He's gone. He's going to be going home. Vinny Júnior. Crunch. Is that a tackle? Is that a corner? Goal kick? Suit, cardigan and tie. That save was nuts. Shoulder up, back to Haaland. Edge of the box, takes a shot. Oh my days, what a goal. Absolutely sensational. Destroyed it. He literally just destroyed Alisson with a shot. What is this guy? Honestly, what is this guy? Did you see that strike? Edge, outside the box. See you later. That is absolutely incredible. What a goal. I'm actually stunned by that strike. That was just nonsense. So Pat says, game over. Marley, you are home. Your hometown is where, bro? In London. A place called Stoke Newington. That's where I'm from in London. What a goal from Haaland. Absolutely disgusting. This guy is unstoppable. Wow. He's going for the golden boot. He certainly is, Natasha. How clean was that strike? That's him top scorer now, right? He's top scorer or joint with Messi and Mbappe. What is this? Look, control, touch, and he just slaps it. That's Alisson. He just destroyed him. Can you type that, bro? I will do. Oh, one touch, control, one touch. Oh my, this guy is, he is the most clinical striker I've ever seen in my life. What is that? Honestly, what is that? Alisson is diving full tilt. He cannot believe it. That is stunning. Do you know what, Natasha? It's possible, right? When you've got this guy at top, anything is possible. Wow. Haaland ×2, yep. Norway 2, Brazil 0. Haaland is a different animal. Absolute disgusting. Wow. Seven minutes additional time. Brazil just want to end the game now. 7 minutes additional time. I don't know where they get 7 minutes from. Maybe that goalkeeper went there for a few minutes. Natasha says he has done nothing all season. And look, he is on fire. Well, to be fair, Natasha, he was top scorer in the Premier League. But at the end of the day, what's it called? You know, he's had 10 touches today. 2 goals. Unbelievable. There's never been a more clinical player, I think, in the history of the game. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. He's just an absolute machine, Natasha. He's a machine. Yeah, you go, McMauler. That's where I'm from. Stoke Newington, Hackney, in London. Peter says there's a lot of talk of Nordic aliens. Ha ha. It's true. He is like an alien. It's just he's an absolute freak. He would destroy England. You're right, Natasha. You're right. He'd have a field day with Ezri Konza. 100%. Yeah, you're right. 100%. Match is nearly over, guys. Don't forget, if you haven't dropped a like on the stream, please do drop a like on the stream. See if we can break the record. Would really appreciate it. What a goal that is. Unbelievable. McMauler, in just 8% of his career, Haaland now is 15th highest all-time FIFA World Cup goal scorer with 9 goals. Wow. Natasha says, I see Tuchel had dropped Jed Spence. Yes, that's right. I just checked after you talking about the weather delay. Apparently it's going to be Jarrell Quansah at right back, Natasha. Abdul says, football nowadays has too many touches. Haaland is a one-touch and shoot striker. He is a machine, Abdul. That is what he is. No, but you're right. He is an absolute machine. 10 touches in a round of 16 game, and you score 2 goals. It's just absolutely crazy. And McMauler, this is the thing. This is his first World Cup. Imagine if Norway qualified. He'd end up all-time goal scorer of all time. Neymar. They need a shot on goal. They need a miracle. They need a goal from something right now, and it's just poor first touch there. That strike was absolutely phenomenal. Alisson beaten. Wow. His facial expression as well. He's so funny. I think he's very likable. Very likable young man, Erling Haaland. So the Norway adventure continues. And they're knocking out the 5-time winners. Can Haaland get the hat-trick? Arthur, gone quiet. Not sure if you're still up, but myself and Arthur predicted 2-1. So we were right with the 2 goals for Norway. Big up me and Arthur, 100%. Natasha says, so you will have a long wait until the England. Yeah, this is it, Natasha. Like I said, I think I'll see how the end of the stream goes, and then I'll keep an eye on the news for the next hour or so, Natasha. And if they do delay it, then I know I can maybe sleep for a few hours, then wake up. But yeah, it looks like a long delay. Are you staying up for it anyway, Natasha? Let me know. Neymar with the yellow card. Frustrating. Double chop of Odegaard. Really nonsensical from Neymar. Not good enough. Odegaard gets up. He don't care. He's giving it the fist pumps. I don't care. He's like, I don't care. I love it. He's on it. McMorland says, is your name Martin Ade, bro? Yeah, exactly. The way he celebrated, exactly. Bro, today sleep. Ta-ta, bye-bye. I will definitely go sleep, but I need to watch the England game. I have to watch it. So, yes. I'm sure if the kickoff is meant to be in 2 hours' time, they will have to let us know shortly exactly what kickoff time is. Abdul says, I got it wrong. I had Brazil 2, Norway 1. The real result was Norway 2, Brazil 0. Haaland ×2. Apologies for any issues caused. No problem, Abdul. No problem. Yes or no, bro? What's that? Is my name Martin? Nah. Nah, McMorla. You know my name, bro. Okay, then, bro. Sleep well at 4:30 a.m. English time. Well, I don't know if it's official yet. I'll wait until I get the confirmation from Natasha or from the BBC website. Espresso says went shops and Norway battering them. What the F? Oh, mate. Did you see the goal? Espresso, did you see the goal? It's the cleanest strike. He slapped it past Alisson. Alisson is beaten. Full dive by Alisson, bro. Into the corner. Perfect. Unbelievable. This guy's a machine. McMorland says, can I guess your name in 3 chances, bro? You know my name, bro. But go for it. Odegaard's been very good today. This Brazilian isn't good enough, and they do not play Joga Bonito. They definitely don't. Carlo Ancelotti, he can't get out of this one. No more Real Madrid miracles for Carlo. Fake Brazil, Abdul says. You're not having him, are you? And is that it? Oh, come on. He said elbow, penalty. Let's have a look. Casemiro's down. The desperation. So, my prediction could be spot on if Brazil... He's leading with the elbow. It's not great. It's a bit great. It's a bit of a forceful one, but it's got to be careful in future games. Second penalty for Brazil. McMorland says, just a reminder of how things will be assessed later. Play cannot begin until 30 minutes have passed since lightning was last detected within an 8-mile radius of the stadium. Yeah, that's right, McMorland. So there's going to be every time there's a lightning flash, they're going to pause the game for 30 minutes. You're right. So, Espresso says more like Bolivia with this performance. I know, man. It's true. Abdul's right. It's like fake Brazil. It's just lame. And here he is, Neymar. And my prediction, remember my prediction was 2-1 to Norway? Yep. So the Brazilian fans, but all they're going to do is kick this. If he scores this, and then it will be... it's going to be full time after that. Neymar. The stutter step, we know what happens there. What a goal that is. Crown of thorns, McMorla says. Abdul says, in Sunday League, that will be a good header. I hear you, Abdul. Espresso, I said both to score. Need this. Boom, bets it. And in normal time, Espresso. You're lucky, bro. It's a good penalty, though. And there's only one. See, it's only this guy that has the technique to do the stutter step. Bruno Guimaraes in the first half tried the stutter step. I don't know why Neymar's chucking it, man. He's about to go out. Crown of Thorns. Is that name correct, bro? I don't know if you lost me there, bro. They're about to kick off. Is this game done and dusted? Will Brazil get another chance? Oh, what is going on here? Can we just get this game done or not? Viking drum about to come out. That's it. These guys are going to be rowing all over Brazil. Surely this is it now. Nyland with a kick out. You never know though. Can Brazil get another chance? They need to get it forward. Plays it. Neymar with a goal. Ooh, tries a long through ball. Right, here we go. Can Brazil get a chance in? Ball into the box. Casemiro, but that's going to be it surely. Referee, blow this whistle. Marquinhos now in his own box, just on the edge. And that is it. That is time. Norway, a well-deserved victory. Brazil did not do enough. Missed a penalty in the first half. They get the last chance in the dying moments. Neymarcito making it 2-1. Making my prediction come correct. Ade, the veteran arcade soldier with that ball knowledge. I told you guys from the beginning, more than 2 hours ago, that Norway would knock these fake Brazilians out. The man knows football. What can I say? I have to give myself the big up. But seriously, McMorla, but images show that's not you. What are you talking about? A crowd of thorns? Oh, you've lost me, bro. Peter says, I did say Brazil and Haaland to score. I hear that, Pete. Peter says, adios, peeps. See you later for England. Peter, do you know what time it's kicking off? Is that being official yet? I was waiting on Natasha to let me know exactly. But I will definitely be there for the England game. Just don't know if it has been officially rearranged. So it's still looking like England-Mexico is still kicking off at 1 a.m. officially at the moment. But let's see what happens. See you later, Peter. See you in a bit, my man. Take care. It's all a bit confusing with this England game. There's been too much talk about, you know, from the officials and the FIFA about the match time starting. But it is what it is. But wow, what an interesting game that was. Very intriguing. Just a shame that the real Brazil didn't turn up. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, we're definitely in for a late one today. I do believe we probably will get that 1 a.m. kickoff. And then you're going to have loads of things happening. Thunderstorms probably delaying stuff further. But yeah. So Pat says, I think I'll swerve the game tonight. Get it on the catch-up. The thing is, so Pat, if you do, rest well. It would be nice if you could somehow get up, watch the game on a catch-up, but watch it live. But it's so hard in modern society, in modern day, to avoid a result. But enjoy the catch-up if you do. And if you can, try and watch it live on a catch-up. that'll be amazing as well. See what you can do. Maybe before you go to bed, pause it on the, you know, the BBC iPlayer or ITVX player. Pause it before kickoff, and just to quickly scroll to the beginning of the game. That's what it's all about, my man. That is what it's all about. I didn't even change the score there. Let me just do it just for posterity. And that was it. All she wrote. Do you do live, bro? What's that? What's that, Mola? What do you mean? Live what? Oh, yeah, definitely. Yep. I'm just, obviously, you think it may be 4 a.m. At the moment, I just checked. There's nothing official. It says it's kicking off at 1 a.m. So I'm just going to stay. I'm going to end this stream shortly, but I'm going to stay out for the England game. If I hear that. Oh, really, Natasha? Okay. Damn. See, whenever I check things, Natasha, I always rely on BBC. But there's nothing on there. But I think you said to check Sky, right? So let me go and check Sky. I just don't want to be getting up and missing it. I'll be fuming. Okay. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Natasha. Yeah, I'm just having a look now. But, how annoying. Let's have a look. That is annoying. All right. Mexico versus England. All right, let's have a look. Arrival of teams put on hold. At the moment, there are no suggestions the kick will be delayed, although play cannot begin until 30 minutes past since lightning was detected within an 8-mile radius. This is all very confusing with this kickoff time stuff. It's really annoying. Arthur, what did we say, bro? 2-1, that's it? Spot on. Good shout. We got that prediction spot on, Arthur. Bang on. And Natasha said, they said heavy rain and thunderstorms until 2 a.m. I guess it's one of those things. What I'm going to do, I think what I'll do is, I think the best thing I'll do, Natasha, is I'll wait until about midnight. I'll see how it's progressing. And ultimately, because at the moment they're saying it's still going ahead. I'll keep everywhere I read it, but then obviously, like you say, it will get delayed. But how annoying! Abdul says fake Brazil out. Arthur says Ade has ball knowledge for once. Every time. That's right. Espresso is laughing at Abdul. Brazil got 2 penalties and could only convert 1. That first one, this whole stutter step penalty stuff has to stop. At the end of the day, you don't mind when someone like Neymar does it. That's Neymar. That's one of the most skillful players that football has ever seen. I can handle him doing a stutter step. But when you're seeing some CDM, central defensive midfielder, like Bruno Guimaraes, giving it the stutter step, like he's got proper tech in his boots, he needs to allow that stuff. Brazil got 2 penalties. Do. Just keep checking the Sky Sports news. Yeah, I will do. I think what I do, I mean, at the end of the day, Natasha, if they are going to officially delay it, they have to let everyone know by at least midnight. So I think I'm going to hang on till midnight. And if they do call it off, to be honest with you, Natasha, I kind of wouldn't mind if they delayed it till 4 in a way. Because then I could sleep and then get up and feel a bit fresh. But I don't know. We shall see. But I'll do, as you say, I'll keep checking Sky Sports and see what's what. But yeah, if the storms do happen, like you say, and if it's going to be thunderstorms till 2 a.m, they are going to delay it, aren't they? They're just taking their time giving the news they're going to delay it, which is annoying. Why don't you just delay it and be done with it? But very frustrating. So Pat says, first day back tomorrow, so I can't bunk off even if I'm the boss. Or could I? You could, bro, but you're the leader. And what are they going to say? Because at the end of the day, when people are bunking off, you'll be the first one to say, oh, ill are we? England game, are we? So yeah, you're in a pickle. You're in a pickle, Sir Pats. Natasha says, do you think Norway could get to a final? It's not impossible, is it, Natasha? I mean, they were really strong at the back today. I thought defensively they were much better today than they were before. So honestly, with this guy up top, I think anything's possible, Natasha. Like, anything. So, yeah, they could do. I'm not sure about their side of the draw. I can't remember it right now. Who do they play next? I don't know. Oh, it's England. Oh, yeah, as you said, yeah, they could destroy it. So, yeah, they could do. So, it's Norway versus Mexico or England. So, yeah, they could get to the final because it's quarterfinals next. Why not? They could do. So Pratt says, we do have our crosses to bear. This is it, my bro. This is it. Can't be a hypocrite now. So, one of those things. That Endrick chance when he was put through, that was so poor. Should have scored that. And they could have been 2-0 up in the start of the second half. That was their best period, Brazil, from those first 10 minutes in the second half. They had some good chances. Abdul says, I don't understand when you talk to people inside you watching an England match. They said no. But when a game come on, everyone watching England games, why are they and why are they why are they not in the chat, you mean? Yeah, I hear that, my man. That was some save by the Norway keeper. That was a crazy save. And it was proper fingertips job, wasn't it? It was absolutely incredible. Just showing Neymar crying there on the thing. Yeah, that save was absolutely crazy. It's amazing what what World Cups do, Pats and chat, where, you know, this guy will probably have a very average career, this keeper Nyland, but you put them on that stage and just play for their country, they just get that extra that they would never get for their clubs. Do you know what I mean? It's actually quite crazy, really. Yeah, going back to your previous message there, Abdul. Yeah, it's a strange one, but then people, a lot of the time when the football's on in a country, it becomes a bandwagon thing. People that don't necessarily like football, they just get patriotic all of a sudden and start supporting their country, etc. So it's a funny one, really. You should, I mean, at the end of the day, I suppose people can jump on the ship whenever they want, but it is a bit of a strange one. Espresso says, bro, what's going on? Norway beat Brazil 2-1 in 1998 World Cup 2. Did they really? Obviously, that was a shock as well. So that must have been in the group phase, obviously, because Brazil got to the final, obviously. But, okay. I kind of vaguely remember that now. Like, Tour Andre Flo and them kind of days. Maybe. But, yeah, that's it, man. Patterns in football, bro. Patterns in football. So if Norway beat Brazil 2-1 in 98 and France win the World Cup, maybe it points to history repeating. Yeah, group stage. Yeah. Obviously, that was when Norway was pretty decent in the 90s, to be fair. There were no mugs. I think just like, you know, the Haaland factor, I don't think Norway's really a million miles away from where they were in the early 2000s, 2010s, where they're a very average team. But with this guy up top, anything is possible. He's just an absolute android. Right, on that note, guys, I'm going to bring this stream to a close. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to come back on. If the game's going ahead, I'm going to come back on about 12:15, so 45 minutes before the game. So if anyone's around and wants to chat, wants to hang out, by all means, feel free to drop into the chat. And yeah, I'm just going to basically give it a little build-up time, a bit more build-up time for the England game. Maybe there's be some people that want to come in and have a little natter, talk about the games ahead and the rest of the tournament. So yes, we shall see. Nice on Espresso with a thumbs up. There's the link in the chat if anyone wants it for the next stream. But obviously feel free to jump in. I'll be coming live again at 12:15 unless the game gets officially delayed to something crazy like 3 a.m, 4 a.m. And then I'll just come back and wake up. I'll go sleep and wake up. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining me. Been an absolutely fantastic stream. Really enjoyed the chat. And on that note, it's been it's been a very good stream. Something going on in the background here. But anyway, we've watched. Well, people would think it was a shock. I don't think it was a shock. I predicted Norway 2-1, so I'm quite pleased with the choice there. Not bigging myself up. But on that note, we've seen Erling Haaland, the machine, bag 2 for Norway. That sent Brazil out. Brazil got a consolation penalty, which Neymar stepped up and scored. Bruno Guimaraes missing a penalty in the first half, and that's where the game got away from Brazil. So they fully deserve to get knocked out. Norway away in the next round in the quarterfinals and will face Mexico or England, which is the game I'll be covering next in, hopefully, an hour and 40 minutes. Like I said, my stream will be going live again in 55 minutes, so feel free to join me. And let's enjoy the game together. So on that note, my name is Ade. I'm the veteran arcade soldier. If you do see this video back later as a vlog later, then feel free to drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you like the vibe and the atmosphere of the channel. So on that note, I'll see you soon. Take care and good night. Thank you for joining me.